ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the product in store, I'm playing. I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse, yeah. You just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship his Zeus, you not gonna shoot. I'm watching you do the cam base where I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth, yeah. They be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching full seven stances like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off, yeah. It's a matter of time, I know you see me standing in the front, back of the line. I happen to grind every minute, passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need contentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to steward a blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle strong. 4th and 40 got a pun. No, I don't do what I want. I do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate. But you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me here again. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I am worth. Woo.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay out. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay out. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
Hey yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really nah, I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing it. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still tryna flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave, I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. Hey, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, oh, baby! Guys, we got quite the little Bitcoin pump on our hands here. And more excitingly, guys, we came up to some pretty key levels that we may or may not have been looking at on the live stream last night as we were looking for that sneaky pump to the upside. And we wake up in the morning, and Bitcoin is absolutely mooning. So, Mafia, we got an amazing show for you guys tonight. As we were looking for this potential surprise pump to the upside, I want to talk to you guys about why we were expecting this pump, and more importantly, is there more upside for Bitcoin in the near future, or are we ready to finally get that bigger correction to come in, as we've already kind of rejected one of those key levels that we were talking about? And I don't want to give anything away here, but it may or may not have something to do with a value area low, and more specifically, or as some people like to say, grammatically incorrect people like to say, pacifically, it may or may not have to do with a value area low, or more specifically, a previous value area low, guys. So super exciting price action on Bitcoin, guys. Massive pump to the upside, and not only that, not only did Bitcoin come up to our target, guys, but we also had Ethereum not only tap one of our levels, but right now it might be shooting up for that higher target that we looked at yesterday. So target number 1 acquired, target number 2 locked on. So we're going to be covering Bitcoin, guys. We're obviously going to take a look at ETH, XRP, also creeping up. A lot of the altcoins starting to pump. So we're going to cover all the TA on Bitcoin, ETH, and the altcoins. So stick around, and don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you guys will all have multiple chances to win some free crypto, or maybe even a free Frankie Candles hat, a free month in the Discord. Who knows? But guys, before we jump into it, I want to say what's up to the Mafia. Don't forget to smash the like button. And what else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. We're going to take a look at some of my trades. I think that's it. We're just excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're just super excited off the pump. But let's go ahead and jump in and say what's up to the Mafia. We got Creighton C saying LFG, LFG, LFG. Shout out to you, bro. And I say, let's ooh, baby, you guys thought I was going to say it. I'm just kidding. I'm pumped, guys, but I'm not that pumped. But shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for being here. We got Savage Trades in the house. What is going on? Crimson Caravan Company, or as some people like to call them, C3 in the house. I think I saw Crimson's girlfriend in here as well. Shout out to Johnny Jackhammer saying, bing bong. Much love, Frankie. Shout out to Johnny Jackhammer. Thank you for tuning in. We got Cuz I Can Bump It. And you guys know when Cuz I Can Bump It is in the chat, guys, we got to slap a beat real quick. I actually can't hear the beat right now because I don't have headphones in. So hopefully you guys hear that. And shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. But shout out to you, bro. That is now your official thing. You're part of the show now. When we see you in chat, we drop the beat. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules here. Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. And shout out to Querity. We got Crypto Jam in the house. Psychedelic Astronaut. Multi-Sig Dummy. What is going on, bro? We got Carl. Multi-Sig. I saw you DM'd me. I will try to get back to you ASAP. I did see it. Don't worry. Shout out to Red Elephant. Jessica, our female Candle Mafia representative. Where's Dave Digital at? Oh, no way. Yo, how on earth? Shout out to Dave Digital, said, love the free sauce, boss. Shout out to Dave Digital, baby. We be giving it away every single weekday at 5:45. You know it, Dave. And, bro, I literally was like, where's Dave? And then there he is with that super chat. Shout out to Dave Digital. But guys, with all that being said, Darren does things in the chat. What is going on? Darren, me and Tony got to talk to you somewhat soon. I think Tony might have reached out to you, but we got to talk, bro. We got some big plans coming up, and you may be involved. I don't know. But shout out to Scott, Captain Kirk. What is going on, guys? As always, show our mods some love in the chat. They help me out endlessly with this YouTube channel, and I'd quite frankly be pretty lost without them. So shout out to them. Show them some love. And without further ado, guys, we got this pumpage to take a look at. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm on one tonight. I'm sorry, guys. We are pretty hyped. But let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at what we got going on Bitcoin. And first off, guys, I do want to take off that TA, and I kind of want to do a little bit of a market update and just kind of talk to you guys about what has happened and where I think we're likely to go. Am I looking for shorts? Am I looking to re-enter longs? What are we doing here? What is the next move for Bitcoin? We're going to cover it all right now. So jumping on into the charts here, guys, I want to creep up towards that weekly time frame. I want to cover, I'm going to go through, cover the indicators. We'll cover the price action, and then I want to go back talk about the macro plan, guys, and why this was actually not that much of a shock. I mean, heck, if you guys were in the live stream last night and saw the market update this morning, I actually clipped the live stream, literally looking up towards those higher targets, which we'll take a look at in a second. And we were being very, very cautious of that sneaky pump to the upside for very specific reasons. And we're going to talk about what those were and why we were anticipating that way. But while these moves are coiling up, ready to go, you guys can also spot these on the chart before price actually moves, take advantage of it, and make some of that money, baby. Let's go. But anyway, let's jump in here, guys. Obviously, I was actually looking back at the channel earlier today, looking at some of our past videos, and we had a video that went out a few weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that, talking about, actually no, probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago, talking about why we were expecting higher prices on Bitcoin, and one of those major things was the weekly money flow crossover on top of that 2-week money flow crossover confirming, as well as the green dot on the 2-week confirming, and that monthly green dot confirming, right? So there were higher time frame macro signals indicating we would get these moves to the upside, guys. But obviously, the VWAPs are starting to come down on these higher time frames, which is why, we were looking for that extra little push to the upside, but we were being we were looking for a potential move down, but being cautious because of the way the daily was looking for that extra push to the upside. But you have to remember here, guys, these higher daily time frame VWAPs are still moving to the downside, right? So still potentially signaling somewhat of a cool-off here coming once you start getting these higher time frame red dots, such as the 6-day, the weekly, the 5-day, the 4-day, and then the 3-day has the confirmed red dot. But really what we're looking here, guys, for the longer-term direction is the money flow, and obviously we've been looking at that 3-day money flow crossover into the green, that fresh 2-day money flow crossover into the green on top of that daily money flow crossover, which happened a while ago, and when that was happening, we were anticipating more upside. But as you guys know, we were looking at this green dot printing on the daily time frame for our potential push to the upside. Let me get a sauce emoji in the chat if you guys were in the live stream last night, seeing this stuff when we were talking about that green dot, expecting that sneaky pump to the upside, and what we were looking at, those key levels with the confirmations to look for a potential rebound or retracement back to the downside. Let me know with those sauce emojis if you guys were in here last night. But if you weren't in here, guys, obviously we did get that green dot on the daily. And it confirmed, right? And we were talking about how this may be the start of that push to the upside if we are indeed going to get that. Now, we were also looking at the green dot on the 16-hour and the 12-hour as well as kind of signals that we could wind up getting that secondary push to the upside. I mean, not secondary, but that additional push to the upside. So, on top of that, guys, that green dot really was the major signal, but I want to be very clear here. These higher time frame VWAPs coming towards that zero line is kind of putting us on short watch, right? Like I'm kind of looking for those shorts because likely once these start printing, we will see a significant retracement come in here. And, again, these high time frame VWAPs are what I'm watching. And when these cross over to the downside, guys, we are likely going to get those red dots printing here. And that is, I want to be clear, the money flow is indicating the longer term trend. I say it every dang day. And the money flow is indicating the trend will likely continue. But these VWAPs are indicating that we could get a cool off coming in here very, very soon. And again, now that we have gotten that secondary push off this daily green dot, we are now at a new level of resistance that we could be looking for those short positions. And I want to be clear, I did get stopped out of my Bitcoin short that I was in here, right? Because of those higher time frame VWAPs, we look at the sauce emojis in the chat. Let's go. But because of those, because of the higher time for because of this green dot, we were expecting the pump up. Because of those higher time frame red dots, we were actually expecting a cool off to come in here, which is why I was actually looking for shorts up here. And then I think I got into another short right here, but I got stopped out. And I mentioned yesterday that I was not FOMOing back into I wasn't FOMOing back into the short because of this green dot. So I wasn't FOMOing in. I was sitting on my hands and simply waiting for those higher targets to get hit. So I just want to be clear about that because that green dot was clearly the signal that we were potentially potentially going to get this push to the upside. But let's talk about those levels that we actually wound up coming up to, right? Now, obviously, I'm going to actually hide these levels as well. I mean, we did interact with these levels slightly, but I'm going to hide them because I want to talk about this purple box because that is where I'm going to leave this psychological 37K level up. But these are the levels that we were looking at, guys. Again, if you watch the stream, you will know this. But we were looking for that push to the upside into these next key levels. Number one, we have the psychological level of $37,000. I believe this is also a naked point of control, not only making it a key level of resistance, but also a lot of times these MPOCs, they act as a magnet, guys, and price likes to get gravitated towards these levels, and then when you get there, there is a high likelihood of a reaction, right? So that was part of the reason why, another part of the reason why we were expecting potentially to get sucked up towards that level, because it was an MPOC. And then, excuse me, just above that, guys, we had the previous value area low pulled from this range all the way back here in February of 2022. You could see that value area low coming in right here at about 37.7, and then the POC was coming up here at about 39K, which is also a monthly naked point of control. So this is the level that we were looking to push up into, and what happened, guys? We got that push to the upside, and we wicked up into that value area low, got that beautiful rejection right at that level, and we came right down. Now, I want to be clear here. There is no guarantees that this is the rejection, right? We have to be careful. We might be dealing with a lot of FOMO buying. We may wind up seeing, shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, Frankie, you're a magnet. Shout out to Dave Digital. Hey, like minds attract, Dave. Hey, maybe that's why you're here, bro. Maybe that's why you're here. Shout out to Dave Digital. But obviously we were looking at these key levels. We got that surprise pump to the upside, push right. And again, this is why we had multiple levels on the chart, guys, because you're not going to be looking at the chart and, you're not waiting for one single level and then just blindly taking a trade, right? We didn't know if we were going to reject this psychological $37,000 level, if we were going to reject the value area low, or this monthly naked point of control. And this monthly naked point of control, being a naked POC, is going to kind of give me the idea that if we do wind up getting another push to the upside potentially, because we could wind up, well, we'll talk about that in a second, but if we do wind up continuing to push up here and we start flipping this value area low to support, guys, we are simply going to be expecting that naked point of control to get hit, because not only is this a monthly naked point of control, but it's also the point of control of this range where we pulled that volume profile from, right? So when you hold that value area low, you're simply looking to get a move to the POC and then eventually that value area high, which I don't want to sound like a moon boy, guys, but that level is coming in at $43,996, getting eerily close to $44,000. But obviously we have these levels in between that are likely going to give us some turbulence. So the next real key level to the upside, guys, if we get a continued push up, is going to be that, I would definitely be looking at this, all of these now, right? Because we wicked up on the higher time frames. But as long as we can get above this psychological 37K level and flip this value area low to support, that is where we're expecting a move back up potentially to that naked monthly point of control. And then again, where you're going from there, right? You have a key level right here at 40,000. But once you get above that POC, you are expecting to eventually visit that value area high. But to be very, very honest or very clear, it's likely not going to be a straight line, right? We're likely going to bing bong around. It's going to be confusing, and then everyone's going to think that we're not going to get there, and then we're likely going to pump out of nowhere and go ahead and hit that level. But I mean, this is the power, and I'm really glad that I made that video on how to find the naked points of control on Sunday Sauce's video, on the Sunday Sauce video last weekend. If you have not seen that video, guys, go. Maybe one of the mods can drop that video. Go check that out, guys, because if you want to get these levels on your chart, you got to know how to find them, and I show you exactly how I find these levels in that video. But hopefully this shows you guys the power of these naked points of control, not only to attract price, but also to reject them. So beautiful, right? Like this was the target acquired, and now we're rejecting. The question is, are we going to get the big pullback here, or are we going to get some continued upside? Now, the one thing that I want to watch for continued upside, guys, now obviously we are getting a pullback here. We may consolidate, and I'm going to talk about kind of how I'm handling this from a trading perspective, but you could see our 2-day VWAP is now looking to cross over that 0 line. Now, we do have 1 day and 1 hour to confirm our next 2-day candle, but, maybe we pull back a little bit, and we'll get into the lower time frames in just a minute, but maybe we pull back, maybe we consolidate a little bit, but if we get this 2-day green dot, this is likely going to be where we are. If we are going to push up to that 39K level, maybe that 40K level, and maybe even that value area high at 44K, if we are going to make it up there, it may be a good thing to watch over here on the 2-day, and that's the green dot. So just like we were waiting for that green dot on the daily to give us this push up into these key levels, once we kind of consolidate, maybe we do something similar to what we did back here, and then when we're looking for another move up, that 2-day green dot may be the thing to signal that. But I also want to talk about what we were kind of looking for at these key levels, guys, because obviously right now it is a little unclear if this is going to be the big rejection zone, and this is where we're going to get a bigger correction to come in. Now, we want to be very careful at this point, guys, for some potential short squeezes, right? Because there's going to be a lot of traders out there that are trying to short the absolute heck out of this thing. But if the spot market keeps pushing this up and continuing price to the upside, eventually price will creep up and stop out those shorts, adding buy pressure to the market, and that will give us a short squeeze to the upside. So when we have big explosions like this, sometimes you get into that loop of just explosion after explosion after explosion because you keep getting those shorts washed out of the market, adding that buy pressure and sending Bitcoin up to higher prices. So we have to be aware of that. Again, maybe the mods can link that short squeeze video as well. Thank you, Tyler. I saw you pop in there and drop that link. Thank you, brother. But yeah, if you guys want to check out how to spot a short squeeze, there is another video on the channel to teach you guys how to do that using Coinalyze, which is 100% free. That's why I love that video. It's like, you'll get all excited learning how to spot a short squeeze, and then a lot of times you'll find out that you need a paid program. This is all completely for free. So you could definitely go check that out. But we may want to be a little bit careful for these short squeezes to the upside, because if we do start squeezing these shorts, guys, we could wind up popping up to some of these higher levels. Now, I'm not expecting to shoot up to 50K by tomorrow, but you have to remember kind of the grand scheme here, right? The major plan here, guys, is simply that we have now gotten above that value area low, shot up to the POC, and we have now flipped that POC to support, and we may be on our way to that value area high, getting closer to about 48 to 50K. Now, again, not likely to happen in a straight line. We're likely to maybe reject, maybe even come below the POC again. It's likely going to be very messy and confusing, but eventually you're looking to get up to that value area high. And if you watch this live stream and you don't trust in the volume profiles, I don't know what else I can do. But I mean, even Ethereum, guys, hit our value area high target, and even the targets that we were looking at above that. We're going to take a look at ETH in a second. But remember, the macro plan here, guys, is that we are within this bigger area of balance, right? And as long as we remain above that value area low at 28,000, about 28.8K to 28.6K, even $28,000 even may be a big level to watch, because if we go ahead and we pull this, we pull our volume profile down here from the range that we broke out of, you can actually see that, or 27.1 is your POC here, at least on Bitstamp. I believe on Bybit it's closer to 28K, but 28K just an even psychological level that you might want to watch as well. But this value area low, and more specifically, let me pull up the we must hold these levels, right? This blue box more specifically between 30,100 and 28.6K is going to be a very, very key level of support. So as long as we get up, as long as we're able to hold above these levels, guys, and not lose that 28.6K level, I am going to be looking for this range to get respected. So even if we wind up getting a big dump, right? It's so funny because anytime we get a big pump, and like a lot of times this happens when there's a short squeeze, everyone's like, oh my God, Bitcoin's pumping. Oh my God, we're bullish, we're bullish, we're bullish. And then like 5 minutes later, it's like, oh, no, hang on. Oh my God, it's dumping. It's dumping now. Oh my God, we're going to zero, right? And here's the thing. If we wind up getting like some kind of catastrophic dump to come in here, I'm still not losing my overall bullish outlook on things until we start decisively losing 28.6K, and that's where I'd be looking for lower prices. But if we come back down to this value area low, guys, everyone's going to be calling for 8K. But there is a chance that we come down here, put in bullish confirmations at the value area low, even if we deviate below. So I want to be clear here. If we duck below 28.6K, it doesn't instantly mean that we're going to zero, right? Just because we duck below it very slightly doesn't mean that we're going to zero. So I want to be very clear about that, because a lot of times when you deviate below these value area lows, that's actually where you want to be looking for longs. That's why I always say you want to, it's not as soon as you crack the level, it's all over. You're going to zero, right? That's why I don't breakout trade anymore. So, but we will be looking for longs down here as long as we get the confirmations, and as long as we're able to reclaim this level and not lose it decisively, we would be looking back up towards that POC and then back up towards that value area high, getting closer to 48 to 50K. So, I mean, those are the higher levels. Those are the key levels of support, guys. Obviously, I think everybody knows what we were looking at yesterday to anticipate this push up, and we got it, right? Like, and I want to be clear. I know it's fun. Like, we got it. We were right. Like, awesome. But I want to be clear. Like, we may have not gotten this pump. It's not about guaranteeing that you're going to be 100% right if it's going up or down. It's about having your plan when price gets a move, right? Because if we got this move up, which we did, we had a plan. And the plan was to come up into these key levels to look for a potential rejection. But if we didn't get this pump, which is entirely possible, and we got to push to the downside, guys, we had levels that we were looking at to get into long positions, right? So it's not about, like, sure, it's great. We were looking for this pump based off this stuff, and we got it right to the level we wanted. But I want to be clear. Like, if you are learning TA or you're learning how to trade, don't judge yourself based off how many times you're right the first time, right? Like I think a lot of people get upset when they're sitting here and they're looking at this and they're like, oh man, I thought it was going to dump. I was completely wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm bad at trading. I'm going to give up. That's not what you guys should be doing, right? You have to have it's an if this or if this, then that statement. Trading is if this, then that. Not I did the analysis. It's going up 100%. I'm right all the time. I'm the best trader. It's not that, guys. The market will humble you if you approach it that way. You have to be open to the market doing both things. And the best thing to do is have a plan when it goes up and a plan when it goes down. And then you can sleep soundly at night and not worry about being right or wrong because you're just waiting for it to go in a direction so you can hit a strong level of resistance or a key level, find your confirmations, and get into a high probability trade. Not a willy-nilly, I'm looking for trades. Let me see if I can find one on the 5-minute, getting into these low probability trades, getting stopped out, wrecked everywhere. You want to wait, have patience, sit on your hands, wait for the key levels to get hit. Because here's the thing, right? I talked about this last night, guys. I was in a short from the top of the range. I don't remember if it was here or no, I think it was where was it? I don't remember exactly where the trade was from, but either way, guys, I was in a short position from somewhere up here. I think I might have been up here on the retest or something like that. We wrote it down, got into profit, and then I got stopped out on this move to the upside, right? And I was saying last night, guys, I got stopped out of my trade, but notice that I'm not FOMOing back into a short position. And what would have happened if I FOMOed back short? I would have gotten wrecked, right? And it has a lot to do with I got the signals to go short. And I got stopped out. That invalidated my trade idea. Okay, I guess we're not going down. My idea was wrong. Now let me wait for a higher level and assess the situation. And you sit on your hands. You wake up the next day. If you're at your key levels, look for the confirmations and get into the trades. Shout out to Great C. Thank you for the super chat. He says deviations of key support are usually only important on key closes, 3-day, 5-day, weekly, especially the weekly. The weekly is like the godfather time frame, Creighton. I would agree with you there. But yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Creighton C. Dropping his own sauce in the chat. I love it. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. And shout out to Hannah King, our I always say female CandleMafia princess. She's the CandleMafia princess, guys. Drop your tiaras. Hannah says, sending love to the CandleMafia. My wallet seed phrase was hacked, and I lost everything. Hope you guys are well. Shout out to Hannah. Hannah, I am sorry about that. That's brutal, Hannah. That is absolutely horrific. That is that's the word. That's the thing. It's like Hannah, that's miserable. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is yeah, it's like you had a wallet too. It's not like it was sitting on an exchange. You're trying to be safe, and the wallets can still get hacked. Hannah, I am so sorry about that. Don't let it discourage you. I don't know if that was like all of your spot bags, if it was your trading money, if you said it was everything. I really hope it wasn't everything. But shout out to Hannah. I'm really sorry to hear that. That is not fun to go through. But Hannah, do not let this shake you up. Stick to the plan. Continue to accumulate, and you will be okay, Hannah. You will be okay. That is not fun. And I will say this. There are some services out there. I forget the name of the legit ones, but if you do some research, there are some services out there that will help you do some blockchain investigation, and there are some people who have gotten some of their money back. So, yeah, I would look into that. I would give you the name of one, but I don't know them off the top of my head. But, yeah, they are basically blockchain investigators. So go check that out, Hannah, and hopefully you'll be able to. Oh, it was literally my life saving. Oh, my God, Hannah. That's horrible. I'm so sorry about that, Hannah. That's terrible. That is, Hannah, we're going to find out who did this to you, Hannah. That's messed up. Guys, show Hannah some love in the chat. It's definitely not a good day. Shout out to Hannah. We're here for you, Hannah, and we will help you rebuild. Don't you worry. Reach out to me if you ever have any questions or anything that I can help you with. Please always feel free to reach out, Hannah. Really sorry to hear that. That's absolutely miserable. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Said, Frankie, I'm with Pollo in Commerce, Georgia, eating sushi. Can't work tonight, boss. Cluck, cluck. Hashtag givers gain. Shout out to Crypto Billy and Crypto Pollo. Well, enjoy your sushi, guys. Have fun. And Crypto Billy, you can just show up whenever you want, bro. You're a made man, my friend. But guys, let's go ahead and jump right back into the charts here. And the question is, where are we likely to head here after this big pump to the upside? What is the next move? Are we going to continue down to the POC, or are we going to get a continued move to the upside? And I will say, obviously, the targets remain the same. I won't even really go over those anymore. But let's take a look at that 4-hour time frame. I think in the market update, we were looking at this 4-hour bearish divergence that was actually starting to print as we were kind of recording that video, saying this might be where we get a little pullback. We did get the little pullback, but the question is that where we are going to dump from, right? Or are we going to push up into higher prices? And I will say this, guys. I am not willing to take a trade without the signals, right? Or without the confirmations that I need to see to actually get into a trade. So if we go ahead, what I would actually be looking at, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to pull a fib from the high to the low, and I'm going to be watching this rejection zone right here locally, right? So for local trades, not for the big monster swing short, which this might wind up being the area where we get it, but pulling our fib from the high to the low, you can see we have this golden pocket 786 zone between about 37.5 and 37.111, and this would be that full Fibonacci golden pocket 786 retracement of the entire move to the downside. And if we come back up in here, I will be looking for bearish confirmations to potentially put in that lower high, which is, we talk about this all the time. Obviously, those lower highs are very likely to come in at the golden pocket 786 retracement, and if we do wind up getting those bearish confirmations, I will be looking for a potential short position. Now, here's the thing, guys. We're going to do more analysis here just to try to figure out how strong that short may be. But if we come on over, again, the 4-hour bear div is confirmed. Money flow still technically trending to the downside here. But I don't know what that, I think I just hovered over something. But we have the 4-hour bear div confirmed with the money flow continuing to come to the downside. The 2-hour VWAP is coming up. I am being very careful here, guys, because here's how I handle things, right? This is how we handle things. And I want to talk to you guys about this because this is going to help you endlessly, right? So what I do, right? I talk to the premium Discord about this a lot. I do the way I trade, right? And the system that I trade is essentially range-based, right? And we talk about this constantly on the channel, in the Discords. Price ranges 80% of the time, guys, right? Price ranges here. Let me just change these settings real quick. Right? Price ranges here. And then it comes down, right? And then it ranges again here, and then it comes down. And then it ranges again down here, and then it comes up, right? And then it ranges over here, and then it goes down and then up. And then you can see here, right? If you just highlight these ranges, guys, like price is ranging most of the time. These big dumps, these big pumps are really the shortest part of the price action, right? Or the least common part of the price action. Mostly, we are ranging. So the way I trade is I simply use the volume profiles to find the key levels within the ranges, and we scalp the longs and the shorts within the range, looking for longs from the low to the high, shorts from the high to the low, etc., etc. And then oftentimes when you break down, you will be in a position from the opposite end of the range. And that's essentially how I'm able to long the bottom and short the top oftentimes, right? And that is, I am still in my long position from down here. Originally entered down at 25.2, which was basically the bottom down here, but then I accidentally added a little bit of money to the position, which raised my buy-in price. But technically, you know, on a technical level, 26.8 is now the entry. But the important thing is I entered this trade at 25.2, which was literally the bottom before we got this big move to the upside. And a lot of people ask me, Frankie, how come every time I ask you if you're in a trade, you're literally long from the bottom or short from the top? And it has everything to do with the ranges, because I didn't know that when I put in a long down here that we were going to rip to 39K or 38K, right? But what I did expect was that we were going to go from the low of the range up to the high of the range. And then if we broke out, I would have a beautiful entry into that long long position. So that's how we trade. And where are we at right now, right? Then we got the big move up. We came in here, we made some money on the scalps, and then we got another big move up. So right now, guys, I kind of don't, like, I am waiting to get context into the market, right? It's kind of hard to trade these God candles, right? Now, this I wouldn't consider this a God candle, but it is very hard to trade this stuff. We need some kind of range to form here to get context into what is going to happen. And as you can see, like, maybe we start to range around here, but with these big moves up, again, I am in my long position, which I can go ahead and pull up for you guys right now. Right here, still in that long position. It was up 825% earlier today, up 721% right now. We got the profits locked in. We're still up over a G, unrealized profit. And I am like almost fully out of this trade, guys. I've taken so much profit on this trade. I only have $142 left in the trade, but it's on 20x leverage. So if we get a pop to the upside, I will continue to take the profits. I low-key kind of want to just like hold this and see if I can hold it for the rest of the maybe we never go back down to those lower prices, which, you know, I think we will come down at some point, but you know, still in that trade. And this is how I get into them, right? Like we don't look to FOMO in on the big moves, right? We just simply trade the ranges, and oftentimes when you get the breakout, you're in that long position from the opposite end of the range or the bottom, and that, again, like I wasn't expecting to get into the long here and yeet up to 38K. We were just simply looking for a range trade, and then boom, we got the bigger move up, and it turned into a grand slam. So what I'm kind of how I'm handling this right now, guys, we do have basically on the 12-hour chart a savage doji candle here, which would indicate indecision in the market. But you can see we are actually probably going to start printing a bearish divergence here on the 12-hour pretty soon. We got 42 minutes to print another candle here, and as soon as that red dot starts printing on Market Cipher B, we will have that bearish divergence, which may start our move back to the downside. So again, it's not about catching the it's not about like guaranteeing that the move is going to happen to the downside, guys, right? Because we don't know if we're going to shoot up to some of these higher levels. We don't know if we're going to shoot up to some of these higher levels being at the 39K at the naked monthly point of control or that $40,000 level. We don't know if we're going to yeet up to these levels. So we are simply going to look at the charts, and if that 12-hour bear div prints, it's likely going to give you some kind of a move to the downside. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to be the move down that we're looking for, but if you're looking to scalp it and it winds up breaking down, you can get a pretty nice entry. So 12-hour bear div is kind of what I would be looking at if we do confirm that. That may be where we start to push down a little bit. But again, we don't really have much to go off of here. I would much rather wait for price to find a range, start to consolidate. That way we can get that context. We always talk about this. Get the context. That's why the volume profiles are so helpful. They give you context into where price will likely go next. And if we wind up, basically I'm just waiting to come around here and start to consolidate so I can pull that volume profile, get some insight into where price is likely to go next, get into some range trades, and then position ourselves for that next big move up or down. But it is kind of hard to read until we start getting that consolidation to happen. So I'm basically sitting on my hands here, guys. For the most part, if I am going to take a trade, for the most part, the only trade I'd be interested in is if we get that Fibonacci 786 golden pocket retracement and we get some clear bearish signals. So once we print that 2-hour green dot, that 1-hour green dot, that may be what pushes us up here. But it's going to be very important that you assess the situation when we get up here, right? Because again, you got to watch out for the short squeezes right now. We're bullish, right? People are going to FOMO in. People are going to be trying to short. This is where that crazy volatility comes in, right? So you got to be careful of the short squeezes. But I'm going to be waiting for this 2-hour green dot to see if it could push us up into that next little short zone that I'm looking at. If we get the confirmations, I will look for a position. But keyword, if. Right? Keyword if. And then again, we do have another pretty key level within. We do have another key level within that, like right around these levels, we have two pretty key levels, right? You have your psychological 37K level, right? So that is going to be, and it is a naked point of control as well. So that is very, very close. This MPOC is very close to your golden pocket as well, guys. So again, if we push up here and you start getting these bearish confirmations up here, there is some confluence making this pretty strong resistance. So that's the next key level I'm looking at to the upside. And again, with your 2-hour VWAP rolling back up, your 1-hour 1-hour VWAP rolling back up. Even your money flow is coming up here. So, I would be looking for a potential push up into higher prices. I'm not FOMOing short right here. Even if we come down, I'd rather let it play out. Give me a clearer signal, and I'd rather take the higher probability trade. But until then, I'm sitting on my hands looking for a push up into these higher prices to go short. And that's basically what we're looking at on Bitcoin, guys. It's I wish, there's not that much more to talk about. Really, what we were talking about yesterday was the sauce, right? It was yesterday's green dot on the daily was really that sauce we were looking for to anticipate this move up and take advantage of the pump. But other than that, it's just I'm kind of sitting here waiting for the aftermath to kind of settle down, let that dust settle, find some consolidation, get a little bit of a clearer view of what's going on, and then look for those new positions once we can get that range started and get a little bit of a better idea of where price is likely to go. All right, let's see. Did I miss a super chat? Hey, Jordy, shout out. Jordy said, anyone else follow Blockchain Creeper? Let's start a manhunt posse, Reddit style. Let's help the queen. If you're all down, let's talk in Discord. Shout out to Jordy. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, man. I don't know Blockchain Creeper, but he sounds like someone who would investigate people getting hacked. And if he's gonna help Hannah get her money back, we gotta stand behind her. Let's go. Shout out to Jordy, bro. Hope you're still crushing the trades. And we also got DZ's Peanuts. Shout out to you, bro. Said got wrecked, but I always long, if you know what I mean. One time I shorted and got liquidated. Shout out to DZ's Peanuts. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being in chat. Thank you for sending the super chat, and thanks for hanging out with the Mafia. But yeah, guys, if anybody knows of any service or anything that can help get Hannah's funds back. I know it's very hard. Crypto is a very hard thing. When you get hacked, it's very hard to track people down. But I know it's not impossible. It's actually, I used to think it was like basically impossible, but apparently it's not. There are some services that I didn't know of that can help you. But be careful with them too, Hannah. Because you never know who they might ask for seed phrases and stuff, and they might scam too. So you got to be careful in the space, guys. Whether it's a wallet, an exchange, like you guys have to understand, right? Like nothing is safe, right? Everybody says if you have your money on an exchange, you're an idiot. You have to have it in a wallet, right? But I'll be honest with you guys, other than a couple of people I knew who had money in Celsius, I know way more people who have had wallets hacked than have lost money on an exchange. And I totally get why people don't like the centralized aspect of an exchange. I get it. But I just from experience, I know like infinitely more people who had their wallets hacked than people who lost money on an exchange. But with that being said, some of the biggest exchanges, like even Coinbase, right? Very reputable exchange, even Coinbase, you don't want to hold all your money in Coinbase because there are no guarantees that Coinbase won't go down. Are they expected to? No. They're a big name. They're very unlikely, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. All my exchanges that I work with, I don't expect anything bad to happen, but I'm not putting all my money on any of the exchanges, right? Because you want to not only diversify the coins you're invested in, but also diversify where you hold your money. That way, if one exchange goes down, you don't lose all of your money. I know it's easier said than done. It's like, you never think you're going to get hacked until it happens to you. But I just always recommend everybody keep their stuff separated, and like even a trusted exchanges that I trust, I still don't put all my money in one place, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Look at Celsius, look at FTX, you never know. So you have to be vigilant and protect yourself in this space, regardless of what you're using or how much you trust it. So there you go. But shout out to Hannah. Yeah, we should try to F those scammers. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I want to create a company that goes after scammers. I hate scammers. It's like, get a life, get a job, work for your money, scumbag. Anyway, sorry, Hannah, I'm getting pissed off for you. Shout out to Hannah. But let's go ahead and Sunny says, let's check out ETH. And Sunny, we're going to go ahead and take a look at ETH right now because not only did Bitcoin hit our target, but we had Ethereum also pull right in, and we are shooting for that next target. But guys, obviously, if you guys want to see your altcoins, go ahead and spam them in chat. Like I said, there's not much more to There's not much more to go over on Bitcoin because it was yesterday was the sauce. We were looking for the key levels. We got the pump we were looking for, and now we're rejecting. Now we're simply waiting for the dust to settle to get our footing again, get that compass out, kind of give us a little bit of a blueprint of what's going on so we could make higher probability trades, right? But spam those altcoins if you want to take a look. Shout out to Tyler Durden or Rob the Crypto Snob or Chemistry Bar or whoever's doing the altcoins tonight. Pick the good ones, baby. Let's go. But we're going to start off on Ethereum here, guys. Obviously, guys, like I said, it's like You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Look at this. Guys, we were in this volume profile. Look to go from the low. Shout out to Jordy. Look to go from the low to the POC, back to the value area high. And what happened? Even when we were sitting up here, guys, we were saying, hey, we came up and front ran this value area high, but remember, more often than not, you will finally come up and actually tap that level, and look what happened. It's eerie how price interacts with these levels, guys. We front ran it, we got right back down to the POC, tested it as support one more time, and we shot right up to that value area high, where we got a little rejection, which would be expected, but as you guys know, yesterday, we were talking about not getting overly excited or looking for much higher prices on Ethereum until we broke out of this value area high. And if we did break out of that value area high, we were looking for a potential break through this low volume gap. You guys can see, you guys can see that we shot through this low volume gap very quickly, and that next key level we were looking at was that $2,000 to $2,030 level, which you can see, obviously, we yeeted through the volume gap, right? You can see low volume, shot straight through, which is to be expected based off of the volume profiles, and we yeeted right through this level, came right up to that $2,030 level, bing-bonged around here, clung to this level slightly, and now we are breaking out again on our way to our next target, which just may be sitting up here at 2146. And if this goes anywhere close to as accurately as the last targets, this is likely going to get visited at some point soon. Now, I will point out, guys, we are getting a little bit of a 30-minute bear div, a 24-minute bear div here locally with our higher highs on our price and our lower highs on our momentum waves, and money flow actually generally trending to the downside. This could indicate a small pullback to come. Your 24-minute bear div is printing as well, but remember, guys, I am not necessarily shorting all of these bear divs, right? I'm not shorting the bear divs right now. I'm actually more likely going to be just kind of sitting on my hands waiting for price to come down and then looking for the longs, because you want to get on the right side of price. You don't want to just continuously try to short these things as price is screaming to the upside, right? You're likely going to get stopped out. So and just to kind of point out here again, guys, the money flow on the daily was kind of the early indication here, right? Like when we were still bing-bonging around below this POC, we were talking about how this money flow on Market Cypher B, this fresh money flow crossover into the green, was a good signal that we were likely going to continue up to the top of the range. And like the reason we were looking up to the value area high coming in at 1930 and then these levels up here above 2K was literally because of the money flow on the daily on Market Cypher B. This was the indication that you were likely going to get a big move to the upside. And what happens? Boom, you go to the value area high, and then you shoot off for those higher prices. So there you go. And, just locally, I would be careful of some potential cool-offs just because of that 24 and 30-minute bear div. And then taking a look at your lower time frames, your 15-minute bearish divergence confirmed. However, let's come up to our 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour VWAP coming down. No divergence or anything like that. But, this VWAP, once this prints the red dot, if that money flow on the 15-minute continues, money flow on the 24-minute continues to kind of, I guess it's kind of flat. It's really not coming out. But this is likely going to trend down with this bear div. But if we wind up continuing with the money flow coming to the downside on the 30-minute, the 24-minute, and if we start seeing it come down on the 15-minute, once we get that 4-hour red dot, that is likely where we will see a little bit of a correction. And just naturally, where would I be looking for that correction to potentially get us a bounce? I would be looking right at this level here. I'll actually turn this to blue for support. This previous level of resistance also has the golden pocket 786 retracement level from this little impulse to the upside. When you pull from the wick low to the wick high, your golden pocket 786 comes right in, right in that same zone. Now, if we pull this all the way down to the breakout, you can see we have the golden pocket down here at 1985, 786 coming in at 1950. Amazing year, by the way. 1950, I was alive back then. Yeah, these levels are worth looking at as well. But again, the fact that we broke out of this level and we were just yeeting up to these higher prices, this would be kind of the first level I'd be looking at. If we do cool off, looking for price to potentially come down here before giving us bullish signals to maybe go ahead and target that higher level at 2146. Now, if we wind up, I don't know if we're being a little bit too headstrong here with the bullish targets, but so far, guys, I don't know what it is about ETH, guys. I might start exclusively trading ETH because literally, it just does what we tell it to. I mean, if you watch the live streams, Ethereum is our little just does whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? We went from the value area low, wanted to go to the POC, boom, done. Wanted to put in a higher low, go to the value area high, boom, done. Wanted to break out here, go to 2,000, boom, done. Wanted to break out of here and head towards 2,150, boom. On our way. Now, if we wind up seeing Ethereum continue to scream to the upside and things just go absolutely ballistic, $2,350, $2,300 or $2,350 is going to be that next kind of major level I would be looking at for some resistance. You'd start testing these kind of wick lows down here. And then if we pull up that VPVR right here, you could see that's kind of where our next shelf of volume begins. And if I zoom out a little bit more here, go back to the current price action, come up to a higher time frame. Come on, VPVR, there you go. You guys can see, right? Not only did we, if we break this level, look at the volume. Pretty big fall off in volume, right? What happened last time we had a low volume gap? We shot right through it. I know this is very small, but, this gap wound up giving us a straight shot through. If we break this level at 2146 on Ethereum, guys, and the reason I'm so zoomed out here, guys, is so you can actually see the volume, because if I zoom in, it's going to change. But if we wind up breaking that 2150 level, 2146 level, this could give us a quick move up to about 2350. And I'm not saying that we're guaranteed to get up there tomorrow or the next day, but I'm just saying if this, then that, guys. If we crack this, then we're looking up towards that higher level at 2350. And then your next level after that, I would honestly have to say, is the value area low of this local range coming in closer to about $2,500 even. So those are the next targets to the upside. I would be careful of some potential pullbacks here, guys, but those are the next key levels that I would be looking at, and hopefully they get smacked like these targets from last night got smacked today. Shout out to Death Burka. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. 1111. Make a wish, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Death Burka. Said, use my Coinbase card. So this was spent in crypto. Excited my short. Excited. Exited my short for a small L yesterday after hearing your wisdom about getting stopped out and not re-entering. I appreciate you, Frankie. Mafia por vida. Shout out to Death Burka. Let's go, baby. Death Burka, bro, that's how we do it, bro. You do not FOMO back into those trades, and I'm glad that I brought that up yesterday because we were literally talking about, I literally was saying, guys, look, I got stopped out of my short. Number one, do I look mad about it? No. Number two, am I FOMOing back into my short? Oh, I don't want to miss the move down. No, because when I get stopped out, I get stopped out because my trade idea is invalidated. And I have the discipline to understand that I had a plan. And even if I get stopped out and things get emotional, I still am able to think to myself, I got stopped out. That was my invalidation point. This trade is no longer valid. So what do? I sit and wait for higher prices. And what happened? We got that surprise pump to the upside. Not only did we avoid a bad trade, but we were also able to know that, hey, we're holding that long position, right? We're not going to close out the long because we're hedged. We're short. We got stopped out. Now if we rip, we're going to make more money on the longs. And I'm in two longs, actually. I'm in a scalp long up like 400%. And then the one I just showed you guys on Femex is up like 750% or something like that. But yeah, shout out to Death Burka. Let's go. He's in the premium Discord, so I know you're learning some of that sauce, bro, and I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for saying that. But let's go. Hey, shout out to Donato Cabrera. Says, CandleMafia for life. Let's go. Dave Digital said, DB, let's go. DB, Death Burka. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. I love you, bro. Brett Headley says, does anyone make spreadsheets for each crypto with take profit spots so you know what you could make when it hits certain prices? Brett Headley, that is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to not hold your crypto all the way to the top and then all the way back down to the bottom. Make a spreadsheet. Have it all written out, and you should have percentages. You should, honestly, guys, some of the best ways to take profits in the bull run is to ladder out. Take 20% out at this price, and then 20% out at this price, etc., etc., etc. You don't want to just hold on and wait until the number on the screen says that life-changing money you've been waiting for, because it might never happen. And if you're waiting for that and only going to sell when your account says $1 million and you never hit that $1 million, you only hit 850 grand, and you're holding on. And then you have to hold through a dip, and you're like, oh, fine, I'll sell once I get back up to 850. And then you get back up to 800, and you're like, no, it'll get to 850. And then it dumps again, and you're like, okay, once it gets back to 800 even, I'm selling. and then it only gets up to 770, and then you're like, okay, once it hits 800, and then it dumps again, and then you wind up holding all the way back to the bottom, and you don't want to do that. And I forgot who said that. Brett Headley. I think it's one of the best ways to avoid holding your crypto from the top all the way back down to the bottom, and it is to create a spreadsheet with how much money you will make at certain price points, and also I would add writing in the percentage of your bag that you're going to sell. And I'll give you guys an extra tip. Put a percentage of how much you're going to ladder out at each price. When ETH hits $5,000, I'm selling 10%. When ETH hits $7,000, I'm going to sell 20%, right? These numbers are random, right? When ETH hits 7,500, I'm selling this much. When it hits 10 grand, I'm selling this much, et cetera, et cetera. And then what you do is set limit orders. Do not trust yourself, at least like when you're in a position where anytime you can replace your actions with a robot, please, especially in the game of crypto, for the love of God, do it, right? As long as you trust the robot, right? But set the limit orders, right? That's what I'm referring to as robots. Set the limit order. Sell this much here. And then when price pumps, you're not going to be sitting there and being like, oh, no, should I sell? Should I sell? It's just going to sell it for you. You're going to wake up and notice that you have more. You're going to have a bunch of cash in your account. You're like, where's all this USD from? And it's from you taking profits. And then when it keeps going up, you don't get upset. You look at it going up and you be like, hey, I made money. That was a win. You don't go, oh my God, I could have made this much. I could have made this much. That is a death sentence, not only for a trader, but a death sentence for someone holding crypto. I would have made much more money in 2016, 2017, guys, if I had just sold something, right? Like if I had not been holding on saying, I anytime I would sell something and it kept pumping, all I would see was the money I missed out on. I didn't look at it as money in my pocket. I could have made thousands of dollars, but I didn't see it that way. I saw it as me losing money as it continued to go up. And it wound up screwing me up a lot. Right? So you don't want to fall into that trap. Money is money. You have to pay yourself, right? You cannot think, it's almost like more of a negative feeling when you miss out on gains than it is when you lose money. Sometimes I used to, that was a big thing I struggled with, guys. When I would lose money, I would feel better about losing money than I would about missed gains. And it wrecked me as a trader, right? And it was a big lesson I had to learn. Not only that, also with my spot bag. So keep that in mind. Shout out to Captain Kirk, Mafia Mama. Shout out to you, Cap. Thank you for being here. She says, be careful with Coinbase. Mine was hacked 3 days ago. Lost my USDC. I've had the card for 2 years. No way. Captain, your account got hacked or your card got hacked? That's crazy. Let me know in the chat. Was it your card or your account? I don't even know if it makes a difference. I guess it would make a difference. But let's see. Shout out to Jordy. He said, this all resonates with me so much. And he says, this is the real sauce. And I'm telling you guys, this isn't, we just gave the key levels, right? Not only on Bitcoin, but Ethereum. But, this is the real sauce, guys. You could have all the key levels. You can have the best TA. But if you can't sell and you can't have the self-discipline to take profits, you're going to lose money. It is the hardest part of the game. You could be the best. And it's like, you could say like, oh, I said it was going to go up here and it went up. I said it was going to go down here and it went down. I said it was going to go up here and it went up, right? You could be right about that every single time. That does not mean that somebody's making money, right? Because really what it comes down to is having the wherewithal and the self-discipline to actually stick to the plan, right? And sometimes I struggle with it too currently, right? Like sometimes I will be like, nah, you know what? I'm going to hold on to this one a little bit, right? And then it's like very rarely does it work out in your favor. Just pay yourself when you're in the green, you got to pay yourself, because if you don't, you're going to be in the red sooner than you think. Shout out to Digital Pencil. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. He says, I always think about the conversation we have about taking profits, this last bull run. Yeah, shout out to Digital Pencil. But yeah, dude, it's a lot of people know my SafeMoon story. Digital Pencil knows this better than anybody. I bought SafeMoon 2 days ago. 2 days ago? I did not buy SafeMoon 2 days ago. 2 days after it was created. And I put $100 in. Maybe it was 150. It was less than $200. I think it was 150 bucks. Maybe 100. And I bought it 2 days after it came out. It's a gamble. I knew it was probably going to go to zero. But I just bought it as a gamble. I was like, whatever, throw some money at it. I turned that $100 into, I think at the height, it was like 14 grand, 13, 14 grand. And Digital Pencil was telling me, hey, man, like, do me a favor, bro. Just sell a little bit of it. Just sell a little bit. Like, sell half, keep half, bro. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to be a bazillionaire. This is going to 100K. I don't want 14K. I want 100. at least. And he's like, dude, come on, just sell a little bit. I'm like, I don't care, dude. It's $100. You know, if I lose it, I lose $100, but not really, because I held that all the way back down to zero, guys, and I didn't lose $100. I lost 14 grand, right? So take it from Digital Pencil, take those profits, and don't wreck yourself. But just so you guys know, it does happen to the best of us, right? Like, I knew way better. I was just being an idiot degenerate holding on to that bag. I should have just sold it. 14 grand's a lot of money, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Mystic Ruin said that story's giving me PTSD. Well, shout out to Mystic Ruin. If we all behave ourselves, we don't have to deal with that anymore. So yeah, it's like there you go. I'm not even gonna harp on that, but there you go. Shout out to Digital Pencil for being a voice of reason in my head. But let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Holiday. I mean, I'm about to go on holiday with these crypto gains right now. Shout out to Holiday, said up 12K on my ETH long. Shout out to the Mafia. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to go ahead and get some money for you. Up 12K. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What kind of leverage are you using, bro? Let me know. Let me know what kind of leverage you're using. Is it a big bag? Is it a small bag with high leverage? Is it a big bag with low leverage? Let me know how you got there. 12K, bro. Congratulations to Holiday. Bing bong. And I said you're about to go on holiday with those crypto gains. Let's go. Oh, God. I love the pump days, guys. I love the pump days. Shout out to Holiday. Let's go. I was getting text messages today. I mean, the love was going around today. Everybody like, dang, Frankie, you helped me so much. And that's why we do it, guys. It truly is like the coolest thing ever. But let's go ahead and jump on into the altcoins. Do we have an alt list? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. I'm watching chat now. Tyler, Kembro, Captain, whoever did the altcoins, just pop it in there, and I will pin it. Oh, thank you for that, Tyler. Tyler. Dude, you are savage, bro. So quick on it. There's a lag on the stream, and I think he just beats the lag. Yo, shout out to said my OnlyFans got hacked. Are you serious? Did they leak the photos, bro? Shout out to Dinero. Yeah, too funny, bro. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the altcoins, guys. Solana. Let's go ahead. Oh, Illuvium. Let's go. Solana. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana. That's what they call it, right? Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. 861 people in here, guys. Smash that like. I got to start pushing the likes more. I do not push those enough. Smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys are getting the spin on the wheel, the pain, the pleasure to get some free crypto, free hats, free Discord memberships. Who knows what we're going to give away next? But smash that like button, guys. We also have 4 spins to add to the wheel from yesterday. So let's see. 550 on tonight's live stream. We'll spin the wheel 15 times. If we get 800 likes on tonight's live stream, I'll give away a free month of the premium Discord. All right, let's go. So jumping into Ethereum, Solana here, guys. Again, we call the target, and the price action follows, right? And I, to be clear, we do not say this to brag. I say this so people learn and pay attention. Like, guys, this is what we're looking at. This is why this happened. You can do this too. You can do this. It's not just me. You can do it too. And what were we looking at here? We were looking to go from the value area low to the value area high. Same old story, but we had this extra level up here at about $49, almost $50 even, saying if we break out of this value area, that would be the next key level to look at about $50, closer to about $49.92, and we wicked right up to about $48.93, almost $49, and we may still be able to visit this level, guys. So we had the value area high, and then we shot up towards this next level. If we continue up, really the next key level of resistance that I would be looking at, come on. The next key level of resistance I would be looking at would be coming from this old area of consolidation, getting closer to like $100, right? So, I'm not saying that, we're going to yeet up to $100 right now, but I mean, look at this. This is a big old pump ski. And we're going to have to come down and fill some of this at some point. But, once you get, next key level after $50 is going to be around $65.82. And if we pull up the VPVR really quickly here, bada boom, you could see, guys, look at the volume. Look at the volume. Right? Like, we are knocking on the door to some low volume gaps, bringing you, even $74, like $75 would be another level I'd be watching as well. But for the most part here, guys, like look at the volume. Like, the volume says everything, right? Like, all the volume is down here, right? So far, right? And then big old gap, and then your next little high volume node is up here. But within this low volume gap, guys, things could get pretty exciting if we wind up breaking out. Right, so once we wind up decisively breaking into this range, that low volume gap may be able to start giving us quick moves, and then the real like severe levels of resistance don't come in until this old value area comes in, this old value area low, and the value area low is coming in at about $80. So the next key levels, again, I would watch, for the most part in the macro, there's not much between where we're at right now. As long as we flip this $50 level to support, there's not much in the way of us getting to $100 pretty quickly because of that low volume gap. However, you do have the level here at 65.82 and 74.65. So those are levels to be aware of. So just be cautious of that. And then you also have some of these candles here that you might get reactions off of. But for the most part, not too much in between us and that value area low at about $80. And again, you know, the big signal here was that money flow crossover on the daily. We talk about this all the time, and it seems so easy, right? Like, oh, how could it be that easy? You just wait for the money flow crossover? I mean, this is what we've been looking at, guys. Like, even when Solana was all the way back here, right? We had the pump, right? And we're like, hey, money flow crossing over into the green. If we break above this value area low, simply put, we're looking up towards that value area high. Does it happen instantly? No. You actually wind up bing-bonging around a little bit. It's very confusing. Price action's ugly. This is choppy price action. On a lower time frame, this is like, oh, okay, we hit the POC. Are we going to – it seems unlikely. Like, oh, man, are we really going to get up there? It's kind of far away. But when you zoom out and you trust in the volume profiles, you have to understand these play out more often than they don't. You're not going to be right 100% of the time. But then eventually, you simply look for that move to the value area high, and you get it. And when you combine the value areas with not only the money flow on Market Cipher B, but Lux Algo or whatever forms of TA that you're learning or indicators you're learning or using – combined with the volume profiles, specifically for me, Lux Algo, Market Cipher, and volume profiles are the absolute overpowered combo for trading. For me, it doesn't mean other methods don't work, but this is how we call this stuff, right? Because not only were we knocking on that door to the value area low, but with that money flow crossover happening on the daily, we know, like, look at these other money flow crossovers. Crossover here, bing bong, right to the upside. Money flow crossover right here, bing bong, right to the upside, right? So like these daily money flow crossovers are nothing to scoff at, right? These are typically very powerful signals. And when you're combining that with knocking on a value area low, aka a doorway to higher prices, why? Why is this the doorway to higher prices? Because we know that if you flip a value area low to support, you're likely to fill the range to the value area high. And that's why we call these value area lows doorways to higher prices. And when you have that on top of your money flow freshly crossing over into the green, that's when you could confidently expect these moves to the upside, amongst other things that you're looking at. But for the most part, those were kind of the big signals. And then you just look for your key levels and say, hey, if we break out of here, we could continue up because this money flow on the daily could continue up, and that would indicate that the longer-term trend is likely to continue to the upside. So there you go. But that's what I'm looking at on Solana, guys. Take a look at the 4-hour VWAP below the 0 line. Your 2 hours looking for a green dot, looking similar to other stuff. So, you know, maybe that 2-hour green dot pushes us into that $50 level, and then we could potentially start looking for some scalp shorts up there. But again, I want to caution everybody to be more careful. You want to be careful with the longs. You want to be greedy with the longs. It always changes, right? Depending on your market conditions. In this market condition, you want to be greedy with the longs, conservative with the shorts. That's why I wasn't FOMOing back into my short position last night, right? Because I'm being very conservative with the shorts. If I get stopped out, I'm like, okay, like we're in a bullish trend. So if I get stopped out of this short, chances are it's not just going to roll back over and dump. If we were in a bearish market, right, or a bearish market environment, I may get stopped out of a short and then look to re-enter again right away because I know that the macro trend's likely to continue down. But in a bullish trend like this is why I was like, okay, I'm out of the trade. I'm sitting on my hands waiting for higher prices, right? Because you're very conservative with the shorts right now, way more greedy with the longs. I've been holding my long position all the way since 25.2. Again, my original entry into this long position was at 25.2 all the way down here. I've been holding this trade for quite some time, right? It's been 2 months almost. I've been holding this trade from 25.2. So, but I know that we're in a bullish environment, right? So I know that I can hold this. When I see the money flow crossing over on the daily, on the 2-day, on the 3-day, right? This is letting me know that I can be greedy with that long because this may just be the start of a much bigger macro uptrend. And especially when you combine that, again, with the volume profiles, understanding that you are actually within a very big volume profile, and you know you are likely to continue up. Well, let me hide there, right? If you know you're within this volume profile, that's even more confirmation, right? Not only are you getting the money flow crossover into the green, not only are you seeing money flow crossover into the green on higher time frames, but you're also above this value area low, and you know you're within this volume profile, which could open the door to these higher prices, right? So it's all these things coming together. It's not just, oh, we bounced off a moving average, we're about to go higher. You have to take a look at not only multiple time frames, but also multiple forms of TA, and you want to be looking at multiple levels of confluence to make a decision, right? And it's a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of experience, a lot of time and dedication to screwing it all up to figure it out, right? So there you guys go. That is what I'm looking at on Solana. Let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin. If I can get back to Solana real quick. There we go. So that's what I'm looking at on Solana. Locally, 4-hour, 6-hour red dot printing. I would kind of the same as everything else. Waiting for the aftermath to cool off, maybe get a consolidation or a range. Give us a little bit of insight into where price is going next. Get our bearings, have the range, we'll have context, and then we could look for more trades. But as of right now, I'd be cautious of a pullback or just some continued consolidation. But in the long term, remember, I mean, even your daily, fresh green dot on the daily, money flow flying to the upside. $50 and $65.82 are the next key levels, guys. There we go. And that is Solana. All right, let's see. How likely will Solana have a sizable pullback? 100%. Able. And I want to be clear here. I'm not saying 100% right now. But the chances of Solana pulling back in general, a lot of people think, right? I'm not saying the altcoins can't go higher. But a lot of people think they missed the move here, and it's just up only from now. The bull run's on. It's up only. I missed my opportunity. I got to wait for the next bull run. And it's crazy that people are thinking that right now. I see people online starting to think like, oh, my God, I missed out. I screwed up the last bull run. I screwed up this one too. Like, guys, it's a pump. It's the reason this is so emotional and crazy right now is because this is the biggest pump that we've seen in a long time, right? We're coming out of a bear market, right? So understand that we could go higher for Solana. We just talked about potentially $100, right? But at some point, we are going to get a sizable pullback. It is 100% going to come. It doesn't mean that it's going to yeet back down to the lows. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that it's going to happen here, right? We could push up more and then get the pullback. But a lot of people are going to FOMO in on these giant green candles. And like, if I could bring you guys back to another bull run, right? Back here. Think about everybody that was having FOMO on the 2019 bear market rally here, guys. A lot of people were seeing this pump here going, oh, man, I don't know. I'm missing the boat. I'm buying in. It dipped a little bit. I'm buying in. Oh, my God, we're up. And then it winds up going all the way back down to 3,800. And these people are now thinking like, oh, my God, dude, I was buying $10,000 Bitcoin. And we went all the way back down to 3. So, but look how long this took. These people felt like garbage for a very long time. These people were saying, should I buy in here? Oh, my God, I'm missing the move. And then they felt like they were missing the move for almost 2 months, right? 50 days. They felt like honestly, they probably felt like they were missing the move from the people who didn't buy this candle. They probably thought they were missing the move for like 100 days. They were thinking they missed the move. But look what patience would have done for them. They would have at least been able to average in over this dump, and then you could have picked up during the C19 crash, you could have picked up that super cheap Bitcoin. So I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to get some kind of black swan to nuke us back down to the lows, but it's not impossible. And what I would say is, like, I'm not FOMO buying on my spot bags here, guys. Like, I'm still accumulating, right? But I am not FOMOing in. Shout out to Pan. Yeah, we could try to take a look at one of those. Maybe IMX. I like IMX. I'll write it down right here for you, brother. But this is... You don't want to. I'm not FOMOing in right now, right? Like, I'm not buying spot bags. I haven't bought spot bags since we've been pumping, right? But we will pull back at some point. Will we go to 40K first? I don't know. No one does, right? But I'm certainly not going to be buying on the way up. I'm going to wait for the pullbacks. Now, will I ever get another $15,000 Bitcoin? Probably not, right? And you guys know I'm a believer that the lows are in. Right? We've been thinking that since we hit here. But, I'm not worried about getting a $15,000 Bitcoin. I'm worried about just averaging in on the dumps to the downside. So you pick up on the dips and just don't FOMO in on the rips, because, like, even when, especially, like, if we pump again tomorrow, guys, a lot of people are going to wake up and be like, screw it, I'm in. I'm jumping in, man. I'm not missing any more of this. And then they wind up buying on the tail end of the pump, right? Like, all these people, look at it back here, right? Big pump. People thought they missed it, right? And then And then they get another big pump, and they're thinking like, "Oh my God, man, I'm missing it all. I'm missing it all." And then they get another big pump, and they're like, "That's it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm buying in right here." And then it comes down on them, right? And then they're like, "Ah, man, let me sell. I'll buy back lower." And then it pumps, and they're like, "Oh no, what did I do? Now I'm out of the market. I'm not buying yet. I'm waiting for a bigger move." And then it eats up again, right? So you don't want to buy these big green candles, guys. Like you have to be patient. Don't FOMO. Like number one rule of crypto, do not FOMO, because if you're FOMOing in, it is basically if you feel the FOMO, that is your brain telling you that you're buying the top. At least in my experience, every single time I've been like, I want to FOMO in, almost probably 9.5 out of 10 times I'm buying the top of something, right? It's when you're feeling like an idiot. It's when I'm like, oh my God, I'm an idiot for buying Bitcoin down here. Like when I was buying Bitcoin on this dump, I felt like a moron. When I was buying Bitcoin on this dump, I was like, we're probably going to 5K. I'm buying the top right now, right? And then that's how you wind up buying the bottom. When you feel stupid, when people tell you, "Oh, bro, you're really buying crypto right now," and I even had it happen, like friends and family being like, "Hey, man, like I knew you just started working in crypto, man. Like it's all dumping right now. Are you gonna be okay? Like I don't know if this is gonna be a good career path, like or whatever it is. Like, are you gonna be okay, man?" And I'm like, dude, I'm going to buy now, right? You just said that, now I'm buying, right? And it's like not until those people, there are some specific people that I know are going to hit me up probably tonight and be like, "Should I buy?" I'm going to be like, "No, your chance to buy was when you were calling me an idiot. You're lucky I even answer the phone calls anymore." Just trying to help people, man. I'm just kidding, guys. There really is no really specific person, but it is funny, right? Like like your phone doesn't ring when Bitcoin is dumping like this. No one's calling me saying, "Oh my God, should I buy?" They all just say, "Oh man, you're probably going to be poor." And then that's when I buy, and then they don't buy. I mean, they're probably not going to call me until we're back up at like 50K. And then they'll be like, "Dude, should I buy Bitcoin?" And I hate to be the jerk, but I'm going to be like, "No, dude, don't buy it. You missed out. Like, you missed it. You got to find some coin that didn't pump yet. Like, you missed it. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have called me an idiot." I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, shout out to Ulas. Shout out to you, bro. He says, "Gala, please," and Network, thank you. Shout out to Ulas. We will try to take a look at those. We got to get through these altcoins. We'll try to take a look at IMX. We'll try to take a look at Network. I know is pumping right now, so shout out to Ulas. I will try to take a look at those. But let's go ahead and move on and take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be Illuvium. I believe this is Illuvium. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's jump in. Binance, Tether US. Shout out to the 852 people in here. Smash that like button if you have not already and you're finding value in the stream. I would appreciate it so we can spread the word. It is the easiest and most free way to push this content out to more CandleMafia members to grow us into an unstoppable army. We already are an unstoppable army, but anyway. Okay, checking out Illuvium. Here we are. Nice little pump to the upside, right? Like, you got to imagine, this pump looked like this pump back here, right? And a lot of people were probably thinking, oh my God, I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss out on the pump. And then they buy, and then they get wrecked, right? And that's just how the game works. So just don't be those people, right? Like, you got to be better than that. You got to be willing to miss a move and wait, have patience and wait for price to retrace before you actually get in. But there you go. Weekly money flow, look at a crossover into the green. Daily money flow just crossed over into the green. Not too bad. And then, yeah, money flow, nice little fresh crossover into the green. This is likely to continue to the upside. 2-day money flow just crossed over into the green. Hint, hint. We were saying about this. We were saying this about all the coins that just pumped today. Shout out to Dinero. He says, "Frankie, should I buy now?" No, Dinero, please don't buy now. Please don't buy now. I'm just kidding. I can't tell you what to do. Listen. Shout out to Dinero. You're funny, bro. Listen, when those people call me, I will let you guys know, and I'll tell you what I said to them. I'm not going to tell them that's too late. I'm not that mean. But it is the truth, right? I'm going to say that in a nicer way. It's like, no, man, I told you. Like, I'll say this. I sent out a text message, a group message to my friends and my family. And this was around when Bitcoin was ranging around down here, right? I think we were either in this range or we were in this range. I forget which one. It was either here or here. And I sent a message out to my out to a group chat out to my friends and my family, and I said, "Hey guys, I feel obligated to tell you guys what I'm doing. Everybody was all crazy about crypto in the last bull run, and I do this full time, and I feel obligated to let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell anybody when to buy. I know everyone's going to call me and ask, but I'll just tell you guys right now. I am accumulating altcoins. I am accumulating Bitcoin, right? I accumulated Bitcoin earlier. I accumulated Bitcoin on this dump within here. But the altcoins I started accumulating down here, I believe, maybe even a little bit up here. And even through here, I was accumulating alts as they were still down. But I sent that message out and I said, hey guys, like just so no one calls me, asks me if they should buy, like I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. And I don't even think anyone answered the message because crypto was going to zero. They were probably like, this guy's not going anywhere, whatever. They just didn't, I don't know if they bought. I hope they did. And I don't know. All those people are probably going to call me and be like, should I buy? And I'll be like, go back to your text messages from me in November, a year ago, and read that message. That was when you should have been buying. That's probably what I'll say. But anyway, shout out to Dave Digital in the super chat. He said, yeah, unless you want a FOMO, then FOMO. 100%. If you want a FOMO in, here's the thing, right? You could buy this big candle, and it could moon. And you could get lucky and make a bunch of money. But that's not my plan, right? I'm not looking to make money. I'm making short-term trades. I'm leverage trading these moves, right? My spot bags, I'm putting bigger money in, right? And I'm just looking to hold it for the long term. My spot bags, I'm not looking to take profit up here, wait for it to dump, buy it back. I am just holding my spot bags through the bull market, right? I leverage trade for the smaller moves. So, but yeah, if you want to FOMO in, Dave, by all means, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what's right for you. Shout out to MTC. 14K subs today? Is that what you mean, Dave? Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto hitting those 14K subs. Let's go. Shout out to Miss Teen. We love her. Oh, she's in here. I'm blind. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Congratulations. 14K. Let's go. MTC, you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. I love your live stream and you're just your community and just you in general. You're just all good vibes, positive vibes, and that's what we're about. So shout out to MTC. Congratulations. Hopefully you're celebrating with some sauce. You got to make some sauce. You got to go make some sauce, Miss Teen. But congratulations. Bitcoin's pumping. Miss Teen Crypto's pumping. Let's go. And I'm pumping. I'm kidding. I'm not pumping. I will one day when I go back to the gym, though. But shout out to MTC. Shout out to Dave Digital. And shout out to Tony D, who says, best community in crypto. Smash that like button. Show some love. Help each other. Set a stop loss. Don't FOMO. Send me Pokemon cards. Okay, Tony. No, don't. We can't ask for money. We can't. No. Tony, guys, don't listen to him. Don't send him Pokemon cards. I'm just kidding. Send Tony some Pokemon cards. I'm just kidding, guys. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on to our next alt, which is going to be Illuvium. Bada boom. I'm so pumped for MTC. Congrats, MTC. Are you celebrating? You should celebrate. You should. Let's see. Yeah, so 3-day money flow, 2-day money flow, 4-day money flow, all coming up into the green, right? Again, insinuating or indicating, right, that you are going to get this trend to continue to the upside over time. However, VWAP, you got to be careful with the VWAPs. These are going to be what signals the short-term pullback. And someone just asked, whoever just sparked that whole should I buy in conversation. I forget who it was, but this is kind of what I would look for, right? Like you have to look, right? Like, is this going to come down? They said, is Solana going to dump? Like, what are the likely chances? A lot. It's like a high chance, right? Like, it's going to come back down. It's not going to go up forever. And like we said that about the meme coins too. And it's like everybody was like, oh, shut up, dude. They're going to keep going up. And I'm like, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm not hating. I'm trying to help you. And then they all go to zero. And then all those people just disappear from the space. And it's like you can't even be like, I hope you learned, you know? But these are going to pull back, right, at some point. I'm not saying it's going to pull back from here. I'm just saying it will pull back at some point. There are going to be red candles for you to buy. These green candles are not going to last forever. So, and then again, you're looking here, right? Your 2-day is overbought. It doesn't mean that you can't continue up, but it does mean that, you are overbought. You don't want to buy an overbought asset. You want to buy it when it's oversold, but no one wants to buy it when it's oversold because people think it's dead, right? So, you're overbought here, and your VWAP is coming down. That is a significant signal that at some point soon, you are going to get a pullback to come in here. So you don't, I wouldn't be buying these giant green candles, right? I would wait for a pullback. Even if it goes higher, I will still sit on my hands and wait for a pullback, right? So there you go. Looking at these higher time frame VWAPs, they are continuing to work themselves to the downside, right? VWAP even rolling over on the daily on Illuvium. 16-hour, looking for a red dot on top of a bearish divergence. Now, again, I'm not looking to short these bear dips to zero, but just looking at them as a signal to give us an indication that we're going to get a pullback so we can potentially enter along and continue to the upside because the trend is strong, right? That daily money flow crossover, That 2-day money flow crossover, that daily money flow crossover, that 3-day money flow crossover, and then the 5-day money flow crossing over into the green. The 4-day is getting close, and the 6-day is getting very close as well on top of the weekly. So this is likely going to continue a trend to the upside. However, you got to watch those VWAPs, right? So short term could pull back potentially. And then, yeah, looking at the 4-hour bear div is confirmed. Money flow coming up, though. Again, being very careful with the shorts right now. But it does look like you could be losing a little bit of steam. Yeah, you do have like continued multiple drives of bearish divergence here on the 2-hour. I would be careful of a potential pullback coming in pretty soon here, if I'm being honest with you. So I would be careful of short-term pullbacks, but I would basically be using that to kind of load up and prepare for a bigger move to the upside. But let's go ahead and pull this fib real quick from the low to the high right there, bada boom. And really what I would be looking at here, guys, for a pullback, if you do get a significant retracement, what I would look for is a potential pull into this golden pocket 786 retracement. Why am I looking here? Well, it has to do with, number one, it's the golden pocket 786 of this initial impulse, not initial, but this kind of, secondary impulse to the upside. So this is going to be a significant level to watch for a potential bounce. Now, on top of that, we do have some lower levels, but, if you look here, you have this kind of little area of consolidation, and you have your value area high of that level, of that range within that blue box as well. But it's not really that beautiful of a range, if I'm being honest. But what I would do here is I would just keep pulling, and I'm going to look at the volume here as well, right? Let's wait for the VPVR. Right now, that 786 is kind of more what I would look for. That golden pocket, I don't know if I trust this golden pocket. I would maybe rather see that 786 touched, because that is kind of on that shelf of volume right here, right? So it's kind of a nice little spike up in volume. And then other than that, your next level, 6157 right down here, high volume node, bing, bong, that may be another level to watch if we pull back. So those are kind of the local levels I would be looking at if we are going to get a significant retracement. Those are kind of the key levels of support I would look for a potential higher low and then a continuation up. So there you go. Other than that, I'd be careful of short-term pullbacks on Illuvium. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. Shout out to Death Burka. Said, got my mom and best friend to buy at 15.5. A huge part of that call was based on TA. I learned here. They hella up now. Death earned me credibility. Let's go. Shout out to Death Burka. Hey, Death Burka, should I buy? All right, Death Burka, hit me up when I should buy. Shout out to Death Burka. I love that. I love that, man. Shout out to you, bro. Getting your family and your friends into crypto is like one of the most rewarding things. I always tell my dad, I always talk to my dad about crypto. He's invested, right? I've said this before. My dad's a day trader. He trades stocks though, and now he trades crypto too. He crushes crypto. He crushed it in the last bull run. He made good money. But I will say this. It's the coolest thing in the world because it's like when I talk to my dad, he texts me all the time. It's like my favorite thing. It's like the coolest thing to bond with my dad over. It's like my job. My job. It's like my dad just gets it and he's like part of it. It's so cool. But shout out to my dad if you're seeing this. It's the coolest thing ever. When my dad calls me and like he'll call me, he'll be like, "Go Bitcoin, we're pumping," and I'm like, I get so much pleasure out of knowing that my dad is making money on this than when I make money. And it's the same thing for the CandleMafia. Like, I get my enjoyment from people texting me and DMing me, telling me that and super chat me like Death Burka, telling me that I helped him make money or something I taught him he was able to use to his advantage or help get his family into crypto. And like this is the trickle effect of getting people into crypto and helping people change their lives and find financial freedom and not have to work that job they don't like eventually, right? And it's like the coolest thing ever. I actually got a couple text messages today from people I didn't even know watched my show, like old friends that I didn't even know who knew I was doing this, texting me and being like, "Bro, thanks. I watched your show the other day and like I bought some Bitcoin and I'm up." Like whatever they were saying, it's like it's the coolest feeling in the world. And and you guys know if you've ever gotten your family into crypto, it's the coolest thing in the world when it pumps and they make money. They're like, "Hey man, thanks for telling me." It's the coolest thing in the world. It really, really, really is. So yeah, shout out to the moms and dads who are in crypto because of the people in chat right now. But let's go ahead and move on to these altcoins, guys. Let's take a look at Caspa. Oh my God, this thing will not stop. It's just going and going and going and going. And guys, you can't make it up. Look at this. Yesterday on Caspa, guys, we were looking. I think we were what was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. It was the 20. Wednesday the 8th, 3 p.m., 11 p.m. So, yeah, we were sitting somewhere in here. Yeah, somewhere in here, right? Looking, we flipped this fib level right here, coming in at about 0.6481. And we were able to flip it to support and get a move up. And our next target was right here at 0.08526. Excuse me. Which was our next Fibonacci level, coming in again, 0.08525. And what happened? We wound up getting the run up into this level. And we were talking about this, guys, because on Caspa, you can't look left on Caspa, right? Like, how are you supposed to find these, what is it called? Support and resistance levels if you can't look left, right? Typically, you're pulling your levels from price action back here, but we simply don't have any. So what did we do? We pulled that fib, and we were looking at that as our next target, and obviously we did come up and interact with it, but we wound up popping over it, and we are now sitting above that level. And we may have to find some new levels on Caspa, and I'll go ahead. Let me see if I have them on let's see. Boom, this would probably be the next level right up here. 10 cents, guys. Could be on our way to 10 cents. Will Caspa hit 10 cents? I don't know. If it does, I don't know. Fib levels are magical. But the reason this works, guys, the reason why these levels work is because other traders are looking at these imaginary fib levels, right? These are not fib levels based off, these aren't based off a previous price action. They're just based off the Fibonacci sequence, right? So we have other people using the same tool, which is the Fibonacci retracement, to find these high levels that are imaginary, essentially. And the reason they're actually you might be thinking to yourself, like, why are we hitting our head on these levels if they're not real? And it's because other people are using this tool. And when people get up to this level, you bet your bottom dollar that the traders that are looking at this fib level are going to be taking profit, expecting a reaction here. And that's what creates the turbulence, right? So there you go. That's what we're looking at. Next target up for Caspa, in my opinion, is going to be north of 9-10 cents. And I mean, screw it. We're already at 9 cents. Looking at up to 10 and a half cents about. So that's the next target for Caspa. Can we get there is the question. And the answer is nobody knows. But your daily VWAP is rolling over. I don't know if we're going to make it there. We may want to cool off, maybe come back test this Fibonacci level as support before continuing back up to that 10-cent level. But your VWAP is rolling over on the daily. Your 16-hour is looking for a red dot. Your 12-hour looking for the red dot. 8-hour bear div confirmed. Your 10-hour red dot is looking to print. Now, again, I'm not looking to short this thing, but I would just kind of look at these as signals once you get these red dots on the higher hourly time frames, such as the 12, 16, and the daily. Even your 2-day is starting to roll over. I would be looking at this as a signal to pull back before getting another move to the upside. So there you go. That's what I mean, very, very similar to a lot of this other stuff, right? Like a lot of short-term pullbacks potentially coming, but just waiting for those higher targets to get hit. And on a Caspa, it's about 10.5 cents. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, yeah, and I actually wanted to cover this briefly, guys. So people are wondering why ETH is pumping. We obviously have the BlackRock. BlackRock taking steps to approve and to get an ETF approved, or an ETH ETF to be approved. I just wanted to go through this really quick. Asset manager giant BlackRock appeared to take the first steps towards an Ether ETF on Thursday, sparking a rally in the cryptocurrency. The website of Delaware, and that's really the story, right? Like they're starting the early steps of potentially getting an Ethereum ETF approved. And here is the thing, guys. Here's the thing, right? Coming back to ETH, like this is shout out to technical analysis in general. And look at this, like we're pushing up towards our level. But guys, this is why I say, show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. Did we know we were calling for a move to the value area high, potentially 2000 to 2030, and then potentially 2150? Did we know? Did I ever mention an ETF or potentially hearing BlackRock murmuring that they were going to mention an ETH ETF? No, I didn't know about that. Quite frankly, guys, until today, right? Obviously, because it happened today. But not I wasn't like the first person to hear that news, right? I probably saw it on Twitter somewhere, right? But we were expecting higher prices on Ethereum for a long time. Ever since we were on this value area low, we were looking for a move up. Why? Because money flow was coming up. Why were we looking for a bigger move up here? Because money flow crossed into the green. Did we know that? Because in my opinion, guys, did this pump off the ETF, or did we already know this was going to pump based off the analysis? And if you watch the show, guys, we knew this was going to pump based off the analysis. And by we knew, I mean we knew it was likely to get a pump to the upside. We don't care what the news was. The news could have been, a big partnership, right? It didn't have to be an ETF, right? But like, it's show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. It's the realest thing in the world. It's unbelievable, right? And hopefully you guys can see that. Like, we had no idea about this ETF, and we just knew we were looking for these higher prices based off analysis. And what comes out first? Where do you get the signal first? Do you get the signal off the analysis first, or do you get it first based off the news, right? The news lags. Like, trading the news is right? Like, people longing this right now based off the news are likely going to get wrecked, right? Not that we can't go higher, but, you could front run the news by looking at the charts. 100%. Like, it's just proven time and time again. Smash that like button, guys. Glad your short streams are long. Shout out to Chris. Yeah, we were supposed to have a short stream last night. Wound up going 2 hours. But shout out to you guys. Guys, smash that like button. We're going for 850 likes, and we'll give away a free month of the premium Discord. I mean, I'll jack it up. What else should we give? I don't know. We'll give away 100 XRP. We'll give away 100 XRP and 2 free months in the two separate 1 month discount. We'll give away a free month of the premium Discord to 2 people, and we'll give away 100 XRP to somebody. Or $100 in XRP, not 100 XRP, $100 in XRP to somebody if we get 850 likes. So smash up that like button, guys, and we will be doing those giveaways. And we'll spin the wheel 20 times as well. Tyler's like, oh, God. Sign pics of your calves. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time, Tyler. I will sign pictures of my calves. I actually signed somebody's calf one time at a meetup. They asked if I could sign their calf, and I said absolutely. And I actually did TA on their calf muscle. I drew a bearish divergence, or a bullish divergence. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue on. Smash up that like button, and let's go ahead and jump into that next altcoin, which is going to be Quant. I got to say that. I got to pronunciate that better. Whew. Yikes. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Continuing on, shout out to Tony D for the super chat. Said ADA would be way easier, but you're the boss. Okay, $100 in ADA. There we go. Hey, Tony, don't you forget I'm the boss. I'm just kidding, guys. Tony doesn't need a boss. Tony works hard enough that he doesn't need to be like told what to do. Literally every time I go to ask Tony to do something, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I did that yesterday. I figured you'd want me to do that." I'm just like, God, find a better person to work with. I dare you. But anyway, let's see. Hey, we shot up to the value area high. I don't remember what we were looking at last time we looked at Illuvium. But I can almost guarantee you we were looking at these bullish divergences deviating below that value area low. Bada boom, bada bing, likely upside. Money flow coming to the upside on the daily. And here's the thing, guys. Here is the thing. Illuvium. Quant. Money flow has not crossed into the green yet on the daily. We talk about this like all these other altcoins that have not crossed over into the green. Maker looks completely different. Loom looks completely different. Solana, like all these altcoins that were barely crossing over into the green, that was the signal for them to go on their monumental runs, right? So when we're taking a look at Quant, and you have not crossed over into the green, I know a lot of people feel like they missed out on a lot of stuff. Here it is, like next money flow. If this crosses over into the green, likely this is going to get a big move to the upside. And if we break out of our current value area that we're in right here, with your value area high coming in at $110, if we get above that level, flip it to support and get a decisive breakout, the next likely place for price to go, in my personal opinion, is going to be that value area high coming in right here at 134. So that would be the next target for Quant. If we go ahead and, so you have your volume profile here. You break out of that high. I would be careful of some pullbacks here, right? Because look at your VWAP on the daily is coming down, although your money flow is coming up. But the short-term indication here would be a pullback, right? And then your 10-hour green dot is printing. So I would just be careful, right? Come up to the 4-hour. VWAP coming back up. Maybe we do break out here. I don't know. But I would be careful because this is a key level of resistance. This value area high is going to be key. But once you get above here, if you flip it to support and you're able to get a big move up, that next real key level, in my opinion, it will likely not happen quickly. because we have a lot of levels within here, right? It's not like there's just one massive volume gap up to that level. You have a high volume node here, you have a high volume node here, and they have a little gap right here. But the levels I would watch specifically would be right here. Next levels, local levels to the upside that are likely to give us noise before as we begin our journey to that value area high at $136. I would be watching, obviously 110 is your value area high. I'll actually label that for you. And then right here would be, actually it's just a value area high. We don't need prev. Right? And so value area high coming in at 110. Your next level above that is going to be 114.30. That will be your next level, and then above that will be about $1.19, $119. I don't know why I keep saying that, guys. Sorry. And then once you start getting above about $122, that's where I would be looking for the move up to the value area high. But those are the next key levels on quant, in my opinion. And again, I would be careful of the short-term consolidation, short-term pullbacks. But with the 2-hour green dot, 4-hour green dot looking to print, or 4-hour green dot looking to print, 3-hour green dot looking to print, and then the 2-hour printing, that might be where we're able to come up and attack some of these levels. So, yeah, key level right now is that value area high at 110. Looking for a breakout there. But, again, I would lean more, even if you do pump up a little bit, I would like to see a cool-off first before getting that actual breakout to the higher prices. But now you guys got the key levels and basically what I am looking at here. So, quant has not gotten that crossover into the green yet on the daily. Could mean that it is still waiting to break out, or still capable of getting a big breakout. All right, there we go. Let's see. We're all going to make it. Shout out to Wick, formerly known as Wick 589. I think we will all make it, bro. I think we will. All right, let's see. Okay, let's continue on here. Shout out to Jurgo. Shout out to you, bro. He says hi. I say, hey, what's up, bro? All right, let's continue on here. Let's see. Okay, let's continue on. Let's see. What do we got next is XRP, everybody's favorite. Let's go. Shout out to the XRP army. Spam that X if you're in chat right now. Spam that X if you're in the XRP army. I don't know, man. I might be out of job if I keep teaching these volume profiles. I'm not going to lie, guys. I might be out of job. Well, as you guys know, this was our doorway to higher prices. We knocked on the door, got the push up to our golden pocket, and a nice little retracement. And where were we looking for the bounce, guys? We were looking at the golden pocket, 786 retracement in beautiful confluence with that value area low. Now, look at the wick. Let me hide this blue box. Look at the wick, guys. The wick right down to that value area low. Bing bong. Nice little bounce here. Now, I would still be watching this blue box if we push back down in here. You want to hold this blue box generally. The blue box is coming in between about 64 and 61 cents. You have your golden pocket, your 786, and your value area low. But really, your two major key levels here is the value area low and the 786, because even if we pull down into this range, just like on Bitcoin's bigger range that we're now accepted in, this is your key level, right? If you hold, as long as you hold this level as support, the door remains open up to the POC at 83 cents and eventually up to the value area high at $1.29. So as long as we hold above this value area low, and golden pocket, or the 786 value area low, as long as we hold above this level. You obviously have your golden pocket here, so that's incorporated in the level, but really your key level that you don't want to lose is the value area. If you lose the golden pocket, no big deal, because you have the value area low, you have the 786. But if you start losing the 786, that's where you could look down to some lower prices getting back into the 50s. But as long as you hold above that value area low 786, I am going to be looking up towards these points of control at 75 cents, and then eventually that POC at 83 cents, and then hopefully back up to the value area high, previous value area high, up here at $1.29. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at. And then coming down, probably looking, yes, very similar to everything else. Green dot looking to print on the 2-hour. Your 4-hour green dot is also looking to print. Also, like even money flow trending down on the 2-hour. Money flow in the red on the 1 hour. So, you know, I would look for consolidation or short-term dips, but, you know, I would just look for some ranging around. And really, I'm looking at key levels right now, guys. Like, I'm letting the dust settle from all this stuff and then just hoping we hold these key levels. If we come back into this blue box, maybe a good area to start looking for a long, hashtag not financial advice. But other than that, like, look at your daily money flow. fresh crossover into the green. This has plenty of room to run, in my opinion. Not right this second, right? But eventually, once you consolidate, maybe pull back a little bit, that money flow does have room to pull you up to these higher targets. So there you go. Quick and dirty on XRP. Smash that like button if you're in the XRP army. I can't see how many likes we have. I know there's a 5. All I can see is the first number. It's 5 something. Let's turn it to a 6. We only have 5 likes, guys. We need 6 likes and 850 to give away everything, basically. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Shout out to, I assume it's Sunny Impact. He says, you won't make it if you keep using leverage. That's what caused the 20% wicks today. It will happen again tomorrow too. Watch. Well, shout out to Sunny. I don't know if you use leverage to trade, but I do want to point this out. You will not make it if you use leverage as a gambling outlet, right? As a gambling outlet, yes, you will definitely lose all your money. However, you have to understand if you know how to use leverage correctly, you can actually make very good money, right? Because a lot of people use leverage as a gambling outlet, right? Like they see it, they say, oh, I only have $100, but I really want to trade with 10K, right? Let me just use a bunch of leverage. But that's not how you want to use it. Really, what you can do is use leverage as a risk management tool, right? You can use it to jack up your leverage, pull out some of your margin, deploy that capital somewhere else. But I want to be clear also, another thing about leverage here, right? I want to be very clear. Nobody should be trading on leverage as their whole plan, right? Like a lot of people will tell me, oh, you leverage trade, you're going to lose all your money. And it's like, no, that's not how it works, right? Because I don't use all my money to trade with my leverage, right? Most of my money, probably 90% of my capital is in long-term spot bags, right? And then you take that small 10%, 1%, whatever it is for you, you take that small percentage, and if you have a big enough bag, you don't really need leverage. But if you want to use leverage, which is really just a tool, you could flip that bag, flip that small 10% of your portfolio, leverage trading, making small gains, scalping the small time frames, whatever it is, and then roll that money back into your long-term bags. You should never just be like gambling all of your money on your leverage trades, right? Like, especially if you're using leverage. You just want to be very, very careful. But that's not true. You're not just guaranteed to like lose all your money if you use leverage. Not if you know what you're doing, right? Like for beginners, I always tell people like, chill with the leverage in the beginning. Like you got to learn how to trade first. It's hard enough without leverage, right? And then there's low leverage, there's high leverage. So you're not just going to lose all your money if you trade with leverage. That's not really how it works. But yes, definitely be careful. Definitely be careful with your leverage. Let's see. What percentage of my net worth is in crypto? Too much. Too much for Mrs. Candles, that's for sure. But yeah, a lot of it. Not all in one place, that's for sure, right? Like if one of my exchanges got hacked, if one of my wallets got hacked, I'd be fine. But yeah, a big portion of my net worth. Let's see. Like I don't have any precious metals. I own very little stock. I'm mostly crypto. But let's see. Always smashing the like, even if I can't tune in long. Shout out to Cheeks. What is going on, bro? Thank you for stopping by. My net worth is $100. Shout out to Bitfrog. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Benjamin Call said, wait, but gambling's my middle name. Well, then get to gambling, baby. I'm kidding. I don't recommend that, guys. But anyway, I do want to like kind of kill the, like a lot of people will say like, don't use leverage. You get wrecked. Like guys, like if you use leverage wrong, 100% you'll get wrecked. But like we show our trades all the time on the channel, right? Like, obviously, I mean, we lose trades too. I got stopped out. But here's the thing. You got to use the right risk management, right? Because I talked to Tony D about this today, right? We're up 100. Oh, I could use my Femex plugin right here. Oh, baby. Did it work? Hey, look at that. If you guys want to sign up for Femex, link in the description down below. But, I was talking to Tony D today, and he, we were talking about how, like, I got stopped out of my short yesterday when I was telling you guys I got stopped out. I lost, like, I think I got stopped out for $100, right? Now, I'm coming out probably close to $4,000 in profit on this one trade, right? So lose 100, make $4,000, right? If your risk management allows you to make trades like that, where your winners are multiple thousands and your losers are single-digit hundreds, you could lose 10. In this case, you could lose way more than 10 trades. But if I got stopped out of 10 trades in a row, I would have lost 1,000. But this long would pay for that plus a ton of profit, right? So that is, that's like proof that like you're not just gonna lose all your money if you're trading leverage. If you go in, don't know what you're doing, and you're using leverage as a gambling outlet, then you're gonna lose all your money, right? Very likely. But if you use it correctly and you're using good risk management, like that is what is gonna determine your profitability or not if you use leverage or not, right? It's like I feel like leverage traders have this really bad stereotype that they're just gambling. It's not the case, guys. Like I don't even gamble when I go to Vegas, right? Like I'm just not a big gambler, and people are always like, "Dude, like there's no way, bro, you don't gamble. You're a leverage trader. You don't gamble." And I'm like, "Dude, why do people think leverage traders are gamblers?" Like it's like not the case. It's not the guy. I don't even like gambling. Like I'll put like little money in a slot machine or something. I don't really care to gamble. So because there's no edge. You have no edge when you're gambling. Like if you could count cards, then you have an edge, right? If you're playing poker, you could have an edge, right? But like on a slot machine, you have no edge. Like, so why am I just gonna feed my money in here to 99% of the time to lose it? Sometimes I do it for fun, but I put it in the machine saying like this money's gone. I don't care. But it is funny. A lot of people are like, dude, you don't gamble? I don't understand. Like you're like literally a leverage trader. You don't gamble. I'm like, no. It's like I'm very risk averse. It's funny. Like I tell people I'm a leverage trader, and they're like, dang, bro, you're risky. And I'm like, not even close, bro. I am a very conservative human being. I am very risk averse. Let's see. The risk to reward ratio is crazy stupid at the casino. Yeah, I know, for real. All right, let's see. Oh, shout out to Robin Banks. Shout out to you, bro. I got that name right. Thank you for that. He said, Rip Chusei, he would be loving this. Yeah, shout out to Chusei Crypto. As you guys know, he passed away tragically. He was a really, really big CandleMafia member. We miss him dearly. I know the Mafia does as well. R.I.P. Chusei. We're here for you, bro. We're still live for you, and we're still hitting the bing bongs for Chusei. Shout out to Chusei Crypto. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we love him. And shout out to Robin Banks. Thank you for saying that, bro. Thank you for saying that. I know he was a big part of the Mafia. All right, let's see. Shout out to Nigel Smith, said Frankie 100x trade and it worked out. Shout out to Nigel. Be careful. They oftentimes don't work out. But I'm glad that one did for you, bro. Bing bong. Let's go. In crypto heaven now. Shout out to New World Disorder. I like that name, bro. Let's see. Yeah, that's a sick name, bro. New World Disorder. I love it. Yeah, we are in crypto heaven right now. Shout out to Pub Chef Guy. Shout out to you. Said if the TA is saying we're looking at a higher probability of a short or a long, and you use a stop that you're comfortable with, why would? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pub say. Yeah, Pub Chef. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? The people who lose all their money leverage trading just jump in with 100x leverage, no stop loss, YOLO their money, right? It's like when I get into a trade, I know how much I'm going to lose if I get stopped out. If that number is more than 1% of my whole account, I lower the stop loss, right? I'll make the stop loss more conservative. I literally, when I set my stop loss, I could put 50% of my account. If I have a $100,000 account, I could put 50 grand on a trade with 20x leverage and set my stop loss so I still won't lose more than 1% of the account. And literally, especially Femex, most of the exchanges, some of the exchanges make it harder than others. But Femex, when you set your stop loss, it literally tells you if you put your stop loss here, you're going to lose $50. So you just got to figure out, is that less than 1% of my account? If it's more than 1%, I lower it, right? If it's not, then I'm good. So on any trade, no matter how much leverage I use, I'm not going to lose more than 1% of my account or less. Like I lost $100 on that ETH trade. That is so much less than 1% of my account. It's not even funny. It's like negligible for me, right? I don't say that to like brag or anything. I'm just saying like you don't even have to risk 1%. I risked less than 1%. Why did I risk less than 1%? Why was I extra conservative on that trade? Because I knew the money flow was likely to push us higher to the upside, right? So I knew there was a high likelihood of getting stopped out, so I risked very little. So shout out to Pub Chef. That's 100%. That is 100% correct. I would agree with that 100%. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue on here. Yeah, Frankie isn't gonna brag about how big his massive bags are. No, I mean, everybody's at a different place, right? Like $100 is a lot to some people, $100 is a little to some people. Like what a lot of money is to me is a tiny amount of money to somebody else. It's all perspective, right? It's all what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Let me know in chat. It's all relative. There you go, right? Like Trust me, I know people who have a lot more than I do. And if they saw my trades, they'd be like, haha, that's not that much money. And I'd be like, but it's a lot to me. And then, and then to me, my trades, some of my trades, like my personal trades might be like, people like, oh my God, he trades with that much money. And then some people might laugh like, oh my God, he's barely trading with money, right? It's all relative. That's all. But let's see. Yeah, look at which CryptoFace. There you perfect example, right? Like CryptoFace probably sees my trades and laughs at me, right? Some people might hear me say that $100 is a tiny piece of, not a lot of money to me. CryptoFace is in $1 million trades, guys. I'm not in $1 million trades. I'm not there yet. But yeah, I mean, I always try to find a balance of what I show on the stream. We've done a couple of polls of like, do people want to see big trades? And more people said they would rather see small trades that they could relate to, like put $100 on a trade and flip that to 300. And like, they'd rather see the realistic trades rather than see me get into like gigantic big trades. So I just try to show a little bit of everything. We show in the middle, we go with a couple thousand, couple hundred. We kind of go back and forth. And then I have my personal account. So $100 is my everything. Shout out to Bitfrog. Let's go. Well, if we get 850 likes on tonight's stream, we might send you $100 in ADA. So there you go. Smash that like button. But let's go ahead and continue on, guys. Let's see. Yeah, Savage Trades. I mean, I want to be clear, guys. Like, I'm not like $100 on my trading account is not that much. I get stopped out for $100. And the reason it's not a big deal is because I just showed that trade on Femex, right? We're up almost $4,000. So, or like 3,500, whatever it is. So it's like, I could lose so many of those trades. But like if I saw $100 on the floor, I'm 100% picking that up, right? Like I'm not like, it's not like, I don't want people thinking like I'm like, shooing away $100. Like I take $100. But now CryptoFace on the other hand, maybe, I don't know. I would love to know what his portfolio looks like. Good Lord. Shout out to Face, the GOAT. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. Leo, what is that? Leo N says, how do you get the trades? How do you do the trades for $100? And how do you get prizes? How do you get the prizes? Shout out to Leo. You're going to have to like and comment on a specific video that the mods will let you know. I don't know if they're going to say it today or tomorrow. But there's a pre-recorded video on the channel you got to like and comment on. And then once you do that, you'll be entered in to the giveaways. If you like and comment on every video that you see, if you watch a video, just like and comment on it, and you'll just be entered in no matter what video we pick because you'll like and comment on them all. But there you go. And then I don't know if you're asking like what we're trading on. We are trading with I'm trading. I mean, this trade is in on Femex again. You can check the link in the description down below. Oftentimes, they will offer bonus funds where they will give you some free bonus money to trade with. Sometimes they'll give you a free $100 to trade with. You can't withdraw that $100, but if you turn that 100 into 200 trading, you could withdraw that $100 you made in profit, which is cool. It's kind of like fake money, but you get to keep the profit. So you can check the link in the description. Oftentimes, they are doing the bonus deals like that. So there you go. I don't know if that's what you were asking. I think that's what you're asking. But shout out to Dave Green. Says, anything wrong with continuing to accumulate? No taking profits and selling the 2020. Yeah, Dave, I am going to continue accumulating, right? Like, I'm not just done accumulating now. I am continuing to accumulate, right? Like, the bull run is not on. Like, sure, maybe this is the beginning of the bull run, but it's not like you're not buying the top, right? Likely, this is not the top, guys. So, yeah, there you go. My plan, I can't tell you what to do, but what I'm doing is I will continue to accumulate until we really start pumping, and then I'm going to hold till 2024. Like my spot bags that I'm accumulating, I'm not taking profits on. If I buy ETH, right? I bought ETH at any ETH, say I bought at $1,000. If ETH goes to 3K, or even if it goes to 5K this month, like I'm not taking profits on that. I'm holding it until the next bull run, right? So there you go. Let's see. Shout out to Gen Z, says, I won BTC from Femex. Pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Shout out to Trap Money Benny. What is going on, bro? Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you in here. Let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That was all of our altcoins, but let's go ahead and take a look at some bonus. We'll take a look at IMX. We'll take a look at Gala, and let's jump in. How are we doing on time? Oh, my God. We are over time, guys. I did not realize that. We are going. All right, whatever. Screw it. We're pumping. I don't care. You think I care? You think I care? All right, let's see here. Take a look at the daily. We're pumping, guys. We're pumping. We don't care. Fresh money flow crossovers, guys. Oh, God, it feels good today. Pumping, feeling good. Not as popping as that first pumping stream. That first stream that we were pumping last week, or whenever that was, on the Monday when we were pumping, we had like 3,000 people in here. Oh, my God. Absolutely insane. 100x long on spin. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Tyler's like, bro, I'm trying to go to sleep, bro. Get off. Sign off, bro. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Now, Tyler, I heard from a birdie that you might be coming down to the ATL, bro. That would be lit. Me and Tony were chatting about you today. All good stuff, of course. We were just talking about how if you move to ATL, we're going to have to move to a different state, stay away from you. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. We were talking about how amped we would be if you actually came down here. It'd be super cool, bro. But anyway, let's continue on here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to grab a different volume profile. This is not our typical volume profile, but a special Frankie Candles volume profile. I don't know. But anyway, guys, me and Tony had a big meeting today, a big kind of like end of the year meeting. And we got some good stuff coming at the beginning of the new year, guys. You have no idea. But anyway, here we are. And what I am going to be looking at, we are making some adjustments to this volume profile. I don't know. I don't know if they made the adjustments yet. Let me check. If they did, we will continue. If they didn't, then we will. Okay, so we'll change. We'll bring this up another day then, because I don't think this is the updated one. I think they changed it. I didn't update it, but I do want to pull a range right here, right? So you have your volume profile from this previous area of consolidation. We're gonna go ahead, grab the box, highlight the value area, turn it neutral, right? So we get a nice white box. You got your value area low, your POC, and your value area high. And what do we got going on here? Well, obviously, I'd like to see on the lower time frames how we interacted with this. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, it turns out, guys, that wick that you saw shooting through the volume profile actually doesn't exist. That's actually quite wild. Interesting. Oh, no, I'm just not looking back further enough. Hang on. Hold up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, hey, you got back into the volume profile, ripped up to the value area high, ripped right back down to the value area low, held above the value area low for a little bit, and now we are simply just sitting back below it. This is the 1 minute chart, obviously. Pretty obnoxious. But, all right, so here we are, right? Kind of what I would be looking at here on IMX is going to be, right? We could be tapping on this door pretty soon, right? So previous value area low, previous POC. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Spangul. Fangul. All right. Can you curse in Italian on here? I don't know. Whoops. Sorry, YouTube. Anyway, let's go ahead and see here. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Your key level of resistance, pretty cut and clear here on IMX. Key level of resistance, going to be your previous value area low. This is also your doorway to higher prices, right? Because we know that just like everything else we just looked at, if you get above this value area low and hold it as support, we are simply looking for a move to the POC, flip it to support, looking for a move up to the value area high, right, at about $1.20. So this is what I would be looking at on IMX in the near future. Is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. There's no real clear signals that looks like, that we're going to just rip up today or tomorrow. 1 hour money flow crossing over into the green. 16-hour green dot. Maybe we do pump. Because that 16-hour green dot with that 1 hour money flow crossover into the green could be a significant indication that we could get a big move to the upside. But really what I'd be looking at here, guys, is the key level, right? We need to flip this level to open up the door to the POC, and same thing for the POC to the value area high. Daily money flow crossover into the green is ripe with the VWAPs shooting to the upside. So I would watch this daily green dot. If you watch the daily green dot and we're able to get if we're able to get that green dot to print, that's where I would look for a pushback to the upside. And that might be the thing that's able to get us above that value area low and then target up towards that value area high. But I'm going to keep it simple here. Simply put, fresh crossovers into the green. This stuff looks like it could continue going up. And then, yeah, what I would, signaling that move up. Once you get that green dot on the daily, that's probably where, if we are going to get this move up, that's likely where it will begin. So there you go. Really quick and dirty on IMX. But we got to take a look at Gala, guys, before we sign off. Someone super chatted it, so we got to do it. Not really. That's actually not the case. If we super chats do not guarantee we look at the coin. I just want to be clear. But I mean, I don't know what to say here, guys. I mean, I don't know why anyone uses anything other than the volume profile. What were we looking at on Gala, guys? Simply put, we had our range here. We interacted with these levels, flipped it to support. We broke through this gap, right? But really what happened, what we were looking at most recently, was getting accepted into this old range, pulled from back here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Pulled from back here in July of this year. Pulled back in July. We extrapolated that all the way to the right. And what happened, I just want to mark out this POC so we know where that POC is. Bada boom. And what happened here, guys? We were able to break above the level, get to the POC, flip the POC to support, and then yeet right up almost to the dollar, to that value area high, before dumping back to the value area low, losing the value area low, and then bullishly retesting that old value area high from back here. So as of right now, we are back within our area of balance here. We're above the POC as long as we can remain above this key level right here, which is the point of control of the range at about 0.02348. As long as we hold above that, we could look for a higher move up into this value area high at 0.026. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at. And other than that, taking a look at the daily, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. Like fresh money flow crossover. Be careful of the short-term pullbacks, but money flow would indicate higher prices. But again, even the 4-hour VWAP yeeting to the upside, I would look to respect this range. But again, like you got to be careful at some point, guys. Like red dot on the 12-hour, we may cool off again. But for the most part, I'd look to play around in this range and respect these levels for the most part. And really what I want you guys to take away from this is the fact that not where price is going next. Like, that's important, obviously, but remember how we were able to predict price was going to move up here. I felt crazy calling for 2 cents. I felt crazy calling for this value area high, guys. And sure, maybe, I don't know, remember when we were calling for it. Maybe we were calling for it here. We got the dip, but we knew eventually, price action's messy, but eventually we were going to make it up to that value area high, and we wound up tapping it. And hopefully you guys see this time and time again every time you watch the stream, and you're able to, shout out to MTC. Have a good night, and congrats on 14K, MTC. You deserve it. You work hard, and you do an awesome job. So shout out to you. Congratulations. Celebrate for me. Eat a piece of cake. Have a spoonful of sauce for me. Have a beer, whatever it is. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. I hope you guys see time and time again as we use these volume profiles, you're learning how they work, and you're using them in your analysis yourself to predict these prices, just like we are on the live stream. So with all that being said, shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I admit I don't have a profit plan. I YOLO'd 8X at 0.05 on CAS. Am I wrong to ask for help here? No, Dave, you're never wrong to ask for help. The only thing you would ever be wrong about is if you didn't want to ask for help. And again, these divs, again, we already talked about this yesterday, I think. You don't want to short these bear divs, guys. And if you do short them, you want to be extremely conservative with them because they do not always play out. You can see this one actually give you a little dip. But again, bullish trend, you do not want to just continue to try to short these things. But let me pull up the other chart that we were looking at earlier today. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. So what, dude, you're YOLO long? You YOLO'd 8X, bro. You're a wild man, Dave. But congratulations, bro. 0.05036. 0.050. I mean, dude. What you got in like right here? Hey, dude. No. I ask for help. I'll tell you this, Dave. I would take partial profits if you got them, which clearly you do. Take partial profits. It's never a bad idea. But if we do continue up, bro, that next target is up here at about 10.5 cents. That's where I'm looking. No guarantees that we're definitely going to get down there, but or up there. But yeah, definitely. If you haven't taken profits, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, you got to pay yourself when you're in the green, brother. So yeah, I would definitely, yeah. Take profits if you haven't already, and if you're waiting to take profits, if you make it up here, it's another big level to watch. So there you go, bro. Congratulations, though, bro. That's a big trade, especially on 8X. You threw the leverage on it too. Absolutely savage, bro. Long, bro. Congratulations. Let's just pull that up for Dave. Let's pull that position up real quick. 0.050. Yeah, he basically got in here. Look at that trade, bro. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to you, bro. Look at that trade, bro. Beautiful, beautiful trade, bro. Congratulations. How much profit? It's up to you, man. Listen, like for me, oftentimes I'll take 20% off at a time, 20% or 30%. But a move like that, what are you? You're up 100%, bro. And that's without the leverage. So you're up like 800%. That's crazy, dude. Take some profit. And it depends. It depends on how much money is in the trade. Like what is a lot of money to you? All this stuff matters, right? So, yeah, I would just basically, based it off that, I usually do 20% of 20% of TP, 30% of TP. But it really depends on how much money you want to put in your pocket. But there you go, bro. But a pretty a pretty common practice is like 20 to 30% at each TP. I'll do like 30%, and then I'll let the rest ride, or I'll do 20%, let the rest ride. It really depends on the situation. But yeah, bro, there you go. Shout out 750%. You're a savage, bro. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Bing bong. We'll hit you with a little bit of shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Coors Light. You're in the chat. But guys, that is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. We're gonna have to go ahead and pull up that wheel of pain and pleasure. Here we go. FTT up 78%. That thing was flying. I just want to take a look at the chart. I'm not going to do the TA, but look at that thing go. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull up that wheel of pain and pleasure. Go ahead and spin the dang thing. Let's see. I don't know when to take profit. I entered Matic at 62 cents. Let's see. I mean, nice trade. The Mafia's out there killing it. Look at you guys go, man. I love it. This is what I like to see, guys. But, yeah, here we go. I mean, what are you up, dude? Jesus, 38%. Absolutely savage. I mean, here's the thing, bro. Hashtag free sauce. Shout out to Dave Digital, bro. I appreciate you, my man. And congrats on that trade. You're an absolute savage, bro. But here's the thing. Like, we are approaching these highs, probably hitting some significant resistance here on Matic, right? So I would be careful. You know, for me, what I would, you know, sometimes what I would do, like if you were breaking this up into TPs, like if I were in this trade and it was up 38%, I would have already taken profit, if not once, multiple times. So if you have not taken profit here, just understand this is not going to go up forever. So are you okay? If you're not going to take profit here, I'm not saying this is your plan. I forget who said this. I don't know. I'm not saying this is your plan, but if your plan is to just hold this thing, are you okay with this thing dumping back down to here? Or is price going to dump down to here and you're going to be like, man, I wish I took profit, right? So, you know, keep that in mind. I would have taken profit multiple times here already, but if you haven't taken any, pay yourself, right? You got to pay yourself when you're in the green. So there you go. Not financial advice. And you have to be okay with this, right? You have to give Tyler Durden the raise. Got to take profits. That's right. Shout out to give Tyler Durden the raise. I love it. But you know, if you are, you have to understand, right? Like if you close the whole trade here, you made a 30% gain, 38% gain, almost 40% profit, and that's not even counting the leverage, right? You made 40% profit almost, not including the leverage. And if you close your whole trade here, that is a killer trade. Regardless of if you take profit and 2 minutes later it yeets up to $3, right? That was still a killer trade. That even if you sell here to close the whole trade and this thing yeets to the upside, that does not make this a bad trade. It makes it a good trade. It's still a good trade. So don't get caught up just trying to like hold trades forever. You're going to wind up holding them in the red. In my opinion, that's what's happened to me. Not financial advice, but shout out to everybody in the fire trades. Let's go. This is what I like to see the Mafia doing here. Take a penny off. Let's go. Shout out to Gen Z. But guys, I almost said lies. Guys, let's go ahead and pull up the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure and spin the dang thing. How many likes do we have? 550. This is rough. Almost 600. We'll spin the wheel 6 times. I'll give you the extra spin. And then we got 4 spins from yesterday. So we'll spin it like 11 times, 12 times. Let's see. Dave Digital said, do you want to talk about INJ2 from $9.34? Don't test me, bro. Let's see. Unbelievable. He's long from $9. Bro, Dave is a savage, bro. Look at that. $9. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Look at Dave's crushing it, bro. Absolutely fire, dude. Let's go, man. Nice trades, Dave. Congratulations. Let's go. Yeah. By the time we realize how good it looks, that's when it begins to fall. Exactly. Shout out to Dave Digital and New World Disorder. Absolutely. Dave crushing the trades, bro. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. Dave's going to be like, how about Dogecoin? You want to look at Doge too? I'll stay here all night. I don't care, guys. We're already at a 2-hour and 20-minute stream. Let's go. Give him a giveaway, baby. Let's go. Frankie, I got into Rune at 89 cents. Shout out to Jordy. 89 cents. Let's see. I'm going to pull this onto the other screen so we can keep spinning the wheel. But let's see. What did he say? Shout out to Jordy out here crushing the trades too, bro. Unbelievable. All right, hang on. What am I doing here, guys? What is going on? No, we need the wheel. Give him a giveaway, baby. But where'd the chat go? Oh, there's the chat. No, where'd the chat go? Get out of here. Where is the chat? I lost the chat, guys. Dad, where'd you go? Okay, there you are. Oh, he said Rune. Okay, thanks, Wick. All right, let's see. Rune, spin the wheel, baby. Are you guys telling me to do this to throw me off so we spin the wheel 400 times? You guys are savages. I'm just kidding. What'd he say? What'd he say? Wick, you're going to have to help me out again. When did he get in at? Yo, why can't I find chat ever? This is a nightmare. Bear with me here, guys. Let's see. Where the heck is chat, guys? Chat's gone. Guys, I lost you guys. Come back. All right, well, there it is. Okay, bada boom. 89 cents. Thank you, Wick. Yo, Jordy, thanks, Jordy, too. All right, let's see. 15 spins for getting over 550 likes. It was 850, but yeah, sure. Shout out because I can bump it. Said it. I mean, I don't run this place because I can bump it though. So I guess we just gotta listen to him. Shout out to Cuz I Can for sneaking in those extra spins. All right, let's see. So 89 cents on Rune. Let's check it. 89 cents on Rune. I'm gonna keep spinning the wheel here, but I'm gonna do it on the side. 89 cents. Jordy, you can't long the bottom like that, bro. Dude, you can't long the bottom like that. That's too savage. Bro, that's too lucrative, dude. Bro, if you keep making all the money, bro, how are we supposed to make money? Shout out to Jordy. Bro, 89 cents. You just long the bottom, dude. Savage, bro. 89 cents. Give me a break, bro. Come on. Shout out to Jordy. Bing bong. Drop the jackpot for this guy. Are you kidding me, bro? 89 cents? This guy's up. Oh, my God, dude. You caught this is a 350% move without leverage. I don't even know if you're using leverage, but you don't even need to use the leverage because it's such a fire position, dude. That with no leverage is a huge gain, bro. Congratulations to Jordy, bro. Bing bong. Let's go. And for anyone who's curious what that looks like, this man longed the actual bottom. Dude, you're a savage. You might be able to hold that for the rest of the bull market. I don't recommend trying to do that, but, I mean, sheesh. Unbelievable, bro. Absolutely savage. Shout out to Jordy. Show him some love in the chat. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, this is how we give back. Our wins are your wins. Thank you. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go, bro. This is what I like to see. It's from June, bro. 2.4x. Dude's up 700%, basically. Yo, Jordy, Rune is my favorite project. I'm never letting it go. Shout out to Jordy, bro. You're a savage, man. Congratulations. You guys are crushing it. I'm long algo from the bottom. Let's go. Shout out to High Def. Bro, I don't know if anybody else does it like the Mafia, bro. Like, Mafia out here. Let's go. Long and algo from the bottom. My fee is insane. Yeah, I bet, bro. You hold the trade for that long, you're about to pay those fees. Let's go. But, hey, with a gain like that, bro, you could wind up paying them whatever you want. Doesn't even matter. Shout out to the 501 people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Trying to spread the word here. Give me 700%, and I'll love a project forever, too. Yeah, true, Wick. Me too. I mean, yeah, treat you like that. It's gonna be hard to walk away. Let's see. Still in that soul trade from 29.6, 21x. Yo, Dave out here, bro. Let's go. Frank, you're still here? Go to bed. Shout out to Tyler Turden. Yeah, we are spinning this wheel quickly. Mrs. Candles, I could smell the food Mrs. Candles is cooking right now. And I know she's probably sitting there waiting for me. Shout out to the Bulls, baby. Let's go. That's right, Gen Z. All right, so there we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 giveaways, guys. So, shout out to Tyler Durden for keeping me on track. But, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Shout out to Alan Sounds Relaxing. He said, love your energy, bro. Shout out to Alan. I appreciate you that. I appreciate you that. I appreciate you for saying that. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I just like to be high energy and positive. And, yeah, I appreciate you appreciating me, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you for hanging out with us here all night. And be careful. of these pullbacks potentially incoming in the short term. But guys, right now things look bullish. Over the long term, it does look like these pumps could continue even if we get those short-term pullbacks. So with that, shout out to Daddy's Home is new in the premium Discord. Let's go. Shout out to all the new members in the premium Discord, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Bitcoin to the MF and moon. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing you. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. You gon' see the...
Yeah, no, we could do. No, I don't know. We gotta cut the stream shorter or something. Dude, they're all crushing trades. You think they're gonna watch? If they keep making money like this, they're never gonna watch us. We got it. No, they're not gonna need me anymore. They're not always gonna need me. They don't like me. They just come on. No, I know. But dude, they're crushing. This is what we want, but they're not gonna watch the streams. What? All right, fine. I'm just kidding, Mafia. I'm just kidding, guys. We're not cutting anything. If anything, you guys making money is going to make me want to give more information away for free. I'm hyped right now, guys. Like, you guys crushing the trades out there just made my entire life. I love seeing you guys crush it. And, yeah, this is we need you, Frankie. Shout out to Nikki94. We don't like you. We love you. Yo, shout out to you guys. I'm just kidding, guys. But seriously, guys, I really do want to say shout out to everybody out there killing it with the trades. If I've helped you in any way, shape, or form, make this money, you know, or win these trades, if you've learned anything from me, shout out to you guys, because trading is a really, really hard thing. And if you guys are out there and you're sticking to your plans and you're making money, this is genuinely why I started this YouTube channel, and this is the main goal of our channel. Like, and this is Mafia making money over everything till I die. And you could take that to the bank. There is never going to be a point in this channel where there is anything more important than me giving you guys the most important information you need. And our our priority is always that the Mafia gets the best information, and the Mafia is hopefully making money. So shout out to the Mafia, and thank you for letting me know you guys are winning the trades, because this keeps me going. It makes me know or realize that what I'm doing is actually helping you guys. So shout out to everybody crushing those trades. Shout out to Jordy. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to everybody crushing the trades. You guys are the absolute best, and I'll see you right here tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45. Bitcoin to the moon. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing, bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.